There we go. Hello. Welcome. We are back for another commentary. Sheffield United versus Manchester City today. Hopefully it'll be a very interesting game. We've got second v 7th. Some very interesting lineup changes from the weekend, especially for Manchester City. Also for Sheffield United as well. So we're going to have to see how this one pans out. It could be a very close game. This will be very challenging for City. But the big, obviously, talking point is our Aymeric Laporte is back, and I did a little bit of research before the game, and altogether he's missed 30 games for Manchester City. In all competitions, 19 Premier League games he's missed. Let's go, hello. So that's a massive amount of games, and apparently he's back like a month or two earlier than he should be. So we'll have to see if his fitness levels are up to scratch, if his injury's fully recovered, because if it hasn't, then that could lead to more problems. But I'll go through the lineups in a few minutes. But he seems to have Guardiola seems to have gone with two holding midfielders with Fernandinho and Rodri, because I use this as an example all the time. In the United game, when they got beat 2-1 Manchester City, City played Rodri and Holding, David Silva and De Bruyne more advanced, and it left so many gaps. So I just don't think Guardiola wants to risk that again, so he's going to go for two Holding. But it could be a 5 at the back, could be 3 at the back, could be 4 at the back, we don't know, but that's what I'm going to go with anyway. We'll wait for a few more people to get in and I'll go through the lineups, because we are 7 minutes away from kick-off. There's other games going on as well in the league. I'll be commentating also on Chelsea-Arsenal with no notes, but when this game goes to half-time, we'll just jump over to that game and just have a look, see what's going on, because that'll be a very interesting game as well. But yeah, Laporte back, massive for Manchester City. Missed so many games. He's such a prominent figure in that defence for City. He's obviously struggled massively while he's been out injured. So hopefully he brings back some stability. But that still means he's partnered with Nicolas Otamendi at the back, even though he has scored 2 goals this season for City. Yeah, obviously his game isn't goals especially, but his defensive work of stopping goals hasn't been too great. Obviously alongside Stones and Fernandinho, City have really struggled. We're going to go through the lineup quickly. Where do you think Zinchenko will play? Well, anyway, I'll do that in a minute now. I'll answer that question. We'll go with the Sheffield United lineup first. We've got Dean Henderson in goal, on loan from obviously United. Been on many loan spells before. They had an England call-up, but no cap as of yet. 3 at the back they've gone with is Chris Basham, John Egan and Jack O'Connell. And then they've got wing-backs over George Baldock and Edna Evans. All of them have played all games and all minutes of the Premier League so far this season. And then we'll have 3 in the midfield. It is going to be Mohamed Besic, who comes in for John Lundstram, John Fleck and Oliver Norwood, who is usually captain but isn't going to be today, because up front they've got Billy Sharp, the club captain, and Oliver McBurney up front. So that'll be a 5-3-2 or a 3-5-2, depending on how you want to see it. And then for the City lineup, we've got Edison in net, the 6'2" Brazilian at right back. Oh, sorry. A right back. Hold on. Sorry about that. Just check something quickly before I forget. Okay. Right back, we've got Kyle Walker with Zinchenko at left back is what I'm going to go for, and with Laporte and Otamendi at the back. He's in the tunnel there, getting ready for the game. Then 2 holding I'm going to go with is Rodri, the 6'3" maestro in midfield alongside Fernandinho, and just ahead of them in the centre attacking mid role I'm going to go with Kevin De Bruyne. Then up front, the front 3, we've got Riyad Mahrez, Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling on the left. So that's how the 2 teams line up. We'll have to see when we get into the game. We'll analyse the City positioning and just see what they go for, because I'm not sure. Because we've got De Bruyne in there, Rodri, Fernandinho, Zinchenko. That's 4 central midfielders. It's just where you place them on the pitch. But we are literally 4 minutes away from kick-off, and for Sheffield United, this is a very, very big game. You know, they've just got a draw at the Emirates, which is a big result for Sheffield United. The 7th, 33 points, 6 points away from the Champions League places. And to put this in context as well, they're only 15 points behind Manchester City, so 5 wins behind City, which isn't bad for Sheffield United, because thinking when they came up, they were probably favourites to go down, or one of the favourites to go down anyway. So for them to be in the position they are now is really incredible. All respects go to them. David McGoldrick is out for Sheffield United as well, and more fitness issues there than any major injuries, which is good for Sheffield United fans. You know, he's not going to be out for a very long time at all. Obviously, Leroy Sané's out for Manchester City still. Mendy's got a little bit of a knock, so that's a little bit of a problem for City. But obviously, Zinchenko coming back in is obviously a big positive. Also, John Stones might have picked up a tad injury in the Crystal Palace game as well. So a few injury hits for City, but they've got used to that during the last few years. We are 3 minutes away from kick-off, and I will keep up to date with all the other scores. I'll get them up here so I can keep having a flick through. I'll say the games. We've got Bournemouth-Brighton, where Bournemouth desperately need 3 points. Aston Villa-Watford, a big battle at the bottom there between them two. Crystal Palace-Southampton. Southampton want to balance back after that, and 3-2 loss to Wolves. And then obviously Sheffield United, Manchester City. Then Everton at home to Newcastle, where obviously Ancelotti will want to keep starting the Premier League. And obviously Chelsea, Arsenal at 8:15, which I'll commentate the start of the first half and a bit of the second half when this game's over. Then I'm commentating. If you've got any questions, leave them in the chat, and I'll sure get to them. But this is a big game, because obviously I think that a lot of people sort of come to the consensus that Liverpool have won the league. So even if that's so, City, with Guardiola's pride, they'll want to finish second. They won't want to finish any lower than that, or that'll be a very poor season. But Chris Wilder here, the Sheffield United manager, and Guardiola exchanging a few words before the game. We're going to have to see here what's going on, because it looks like from here, Fernandinho's lining up at the back. It is a back three, but again, I'm not sure because I ain't got a very good angle here. See where they place, because when they were stands as a 3 there, but then I'm not too sure. Sheffield United will have kick-off. Gabriel Jesus obviously closed down straight away. He's got 9 Premier League goals this season. Do you think City Russell Laporte back? Oh, we'll have to see. We'll have to see based on this game. We can't tell now. If he starts struggling, then we'll have to see. I'm gonna put the timer on ready. Sheffield United kicking from right to left, City left to right. We're literally about to kick off, and we have kicked off with Sheffield United starting, going long straight towards the right hand side, goes straight out for a foul, and City can start with the ball. Start time, so we'll go 15. 20. There we go, City start out with the ball here, looking like a back three. Fernandinho coming up with the centre back, so I'm not sure, but then again there he's in midfield as he puts a great switch over to Zinchenko, the Ukrainian left back, drops it into Raheem Sterling. Rodri goes back to Laporte, his first few touches on the ball, goes back to Otamendi, across to the right to Kyle Walker, and see here now Fernandinho's dropped in as a centre back alongside Otamendi and Laporte, and the two centre mids are Rodri and De Bruyne with wing backs. So it looks like a 5-2-3 here, with De Bruyne playing as a central midfielder. City just keeping possession along the back line here. Rodri back to Laporte, brings it forward, looking for the pass, finds Sterling down the left hand side, picks up the pace, tries to find a ball inside to Zinchenko. Poor, cleared away. As far as McBurney, who can try and keep hold of it, has to play it back, but into the feet of Jesus. He slips and can't quite get it under control. Goes straight to the goalkeeper. That was risky from McBurney there. Got the ball, heavy touch. Tried playing in the path for Jesus, but he slips. That was so close. for Manchester City as the Sheffield United go long, can only find as far as Rodri. Heads it back to Zinchenko. Laporte now, keeping the ball. Seems very calm on the ball, despite being out for so long. As Kyle Walker lays it off to Fernandinho. Nicholas Otamendi on the ball. Going to find the pass, going to go to the left hand side to Laporte. Very slow build up here from City. As he finds Zinchenko, first time pass to Sterling, just near the halfway line on the left hand side for Manchester City. Go over to Nicholas Otamendi, who seems to be playing the central centre back role. As Fernandinho tries to find a switch, his poor pass intercepted by Oliver Norwood. Poor pass from Besic, but gets to Norwood eventually, and he plays it back to Dean Henderson. First time clearance will go along to as far as Oliver McBurney, but Fernandinho can get there first. Tries to find Kyle Walker, can't quite get there on the stretch. Goes out for a Sheffield United throw-in just inside the Manchester City half. Guardiola straight away barking instructions out to his players. He wants this win, he wants everyone on form because, you know, City can't be dropping any more points. Especially after Saturday, as we've got Stevens on the ball. Now with a throw-in, goes inside to Fleck, loses the ball to Jesus, who drops deep, and the City are on the counter-attack. It's now Sterling in the middle, fouled by Sheffield United, fouled just on the halfway line of the right of the centre circle. Lee Mason is the referee for tonight's game, as they want him to retake the free kick as the ball was moving. Rodri will take it though. We'll go back to his right to Fernandinho. Rodri to the right to De Bruyne. Can he find one of his slick passes? Tries to find one of them, but intercepted by O'Connell. Clears it with a left boot only as far as De Bruyne once again. Heads it towards Rodri. He loses it to Fleck. Nice play here from Sheffield United's McBurney inside the Sheffield United half. Can spray it out wide right to George Baldock, the right wing back for Sheffield United. Will sprint forward. Laporte lunges in, gets away with it. Poor pass from Baldock. Try to find Besic. Sorry for that. We continue with the play. Zinchenko is in the left wing back position. Will come forward and find Raheem Sterling. 1-on-1 with George Baldock, sprinting at full speed. Goes inside towards Mahrez, intercepted easily, maybe a bit too easily for Sheffield United. And Basham will find Fleck. It's a poor pass. He's caught in a poor position, and he gives it away to Zinchenko, who will keep it in. Make sure you like if you haven't already, and subscribe, and notifications on, because commentaries every week. We have Fernandinho on the right, just under 5 minutes in. I'm a minute behind on this game for you. Well, no, I'll be 30 seconds behind any live scores as Sterling's clattered with a tackle. No foul given. The ball was won, but it was a bit of a hefty tackle. But I'm 30 seconds behind and score notifications. So if you do get any before the goals going in here, that's why. As Sheffield United try and play their way out with Oliver Norwood, but some good tracking back from, I think, Gabriel Jesus. Means City win the throw in their own half. Now Otamendi to Kevin De Bruyne. It's on the halfway line. Tries to find a pass to the right hand side to Kyle Walker. What a ball. Tries to get there first. Big tackle from Edna Stevens. And City have the throw in the final third. Great pass from De Bruyne right in behind Sheffield United defence, but good recovery from Stevens. As Walker will play it back towards Fernandinho. Poor touch. He gives it away to McBurney. He lays it off now. So run now by Billy Sharp, taken down on the halfway line by Fernandinho. And a free kick given. Poor from Fernandinho because he lost the ball in the first place to McBurney. And when trying to recover with the Billy Sharp runs, takes him out completely. Obvious foul. Definitely a free kick. Poor from Fernandinho. Obviously 34 now. No longer young. It's his 298th, or be 299th appearance for Manchester City tonight. As a long switch from Sheffield United goes wayward and George Baldock can't keep it in. City will have the throw in. Support has the ball now. Go back to Edison. So he's sent off against Wolves on the 2nd of on the 27th of December, as they lose the ball. Laporte, poor pass, apologising to his teammates. Sheffield United have the ball calmly. Besic on the ball, former Everton player. McBurney slides in. Fleck, it's a fantastic ball. Sheffield United behind, played across goal. It's a fantastic interception from Fernandinho. which leads the ball to Edison. He can gather it, and City can now get on the counter-attack. Rodri plays to the right of Riyad Mahrez, looking to cut in onto his left foot, lays it off to De Bruyne on the overlap instead, tries to get it across, big tackle out for a corner. Complaints from Jack O'Connell saying it should be a goal kick, but corner has been given. Mahrez is over the free kick, will he take it? He will go to the edge of the box to Rodri, no one in the box for Manchester City. Zinchenko shoots from far, over the bar, no threat for Dean Henderson. There's a goal kick for Sheffield United, no scores in any of the other games as well. It's a good pass that from McBurney around the corner, caught Laporte napping. To be fair, it was an unexpected pass, it was quite a good one to be fair, that's why Laporte sort of got caught flat-footed, but you got to remember it is his first game. So, you know, if any fans of any teams are like, Laporte's not played too well, it is his first game after missing 30 competitive games, so he's obviously going to be a little bit rusty. As Dean Henderson takes the goal kick far towards Oliver McBurney. Can't win the header and the ball falls to Laporte. Just nods it down to Zinchenko. He goes back to Laporte. Across to Edison. Finds Fernandinho on the ball. Inside, it's Kevin De Bruyne. 202 appearances he's made. This is 203rd. And it's a great switch towards Raheem Sterling, who can run at George Baldock. He's got runners with him. He'll go back towards Rodri, number 16. Find De Bruyne in a little bit of space. Closed down by McBurney. Tackled as well. Fantastic play for Sheffield United. Going to try and bring it out and take it towards the left, where Billy Sharp will chase. Too much on it for him. Goes out for a throw-in, and Otamendi will take quickly. Otamendi started his youth career at the age of 7 in 1995. So he's been playing since a young age. He's playing centre-back today for Manchester City. He's on the ball again. Finds Laporte to his left. Bringing it out into the Sheffield United half. Finds Sterling. It's a nice slow play here from City. As Nicolas Otamendi finds Fernandinho. Runs are being made around him, but goes inside to Mahrez. First time pass to De Bruyne. Tries to switch it to Sterling. Good headed interception by Besic, and Norwood can try and find a pass to McBurney. Inside the Sheffield United half, he finds him. Lays it off for Baldock. Go back towards Basham. To the keeper now. No, he'll go all the way back to Egan. Now O'Connell. Inside a long ball towards Billy Sharp. Falls to the feet of Otamendi to his disagreements. The free kick's given. Well won by Billy Sharp there. Lee Mason certain that's a foul, despite the complaints of Nicholas. Otamendi just barges into the back of him, brings him down, foul. Free kick taken quickly. It's Header Stevens with the ball in towards the back post. Can he find a man? If he can't, can only find Basham towards the corner flag as the cross went a bit over the top. As Mo Besic will try and lay off George Baldock for the foul, for the overlap. Blocked off by Zinchenko, but obviously bounces back off. A Sheffield United man goes out for a City throw-in. As Zinchenko will take. We find Laporte again. Goes inside to Rodri. Inside the City half finds Fernandinho. We can try and bring it out now. From the back, they've got Kyle Walker. Back towards Fernandinho. It's definitely a back five. Fernandinho part of it. Try to make City's defence a little bit more resolute. Because in the league, Edison is averaging conceding 1 goal a game. 20 games, 20 goals conceded. So they want to sort that out and try and keep a clean sheet. As Fernandinho brings it out. Otamendi now. So resolute back line of Sheffield United. Full 11 men behind the ball. It's hard to break down. Laporte tries to find a free ball towards Jesus. Too much on it. Was never going to find him really in the end. The ball goes out for a goal kick for Sheffield United with Dean Henderson, who has kept 8 clean sheets in 22 Premier League games. A fantastic record from the young Englishman. Obviously, De Gea has been showing signs of poor form. So when he does return from his loan, he may feel he has a good argument to maybe get into that since Manchester United first team. As he'll take the goal kick here. It's a high, long kick towards McBurney against Fernandinho. McBurney wins the header. Only finds Mo Besic, who finds the header against Rodri. Sheffield United with the ball. Stevens now on the left wing back position. Tries to find a ball deflected back to him. Goes back. And then finds Header Stevens again. Just trying to play it calm here. As he finds Egan again. Egan just lays it off to Dean Henderson in the Sheffield United goal. Goes long towards McBurney, wins the header towards Bailey Sharp. Laporte intercepts, finds Mahrez. Turning back, trying to find the pass. Goes to Zinchenko on the left, a little short. Tries to find Laporte. Big tackle from Laporte. And he wins the ball as well with the tackle. Comes off. Baldock. Good tackle there from Laporte as well. And the throw is taken and Laporte's taken out from behind. It's a shocking tackle. Laporte's just come back from an injury. Yellow card given. Mohamed Besic with a rash tackle on Laporte. He's just come back from an injury and he's taking him out from behind. Oh, it's a poor challenge. It's only a yellow card. Right on his foot. Takes him right out of the game. Takes out his left foot. Falls onto his back. Second booking for Mohamed Besic of the season. Horrendous tackle. Laporte's still on the ground. I think he'll be okay. I think it'll just be one he has to run off. Hopefully he won't have to come off, because that's not even anything to do with his knee injury. He's just been taken out from behind. I don't think it's anything more than a yellow card, to be fair. But if that's boots any higher from Mohamed Besic, that could have been seen red. He's getting some treatment here, Laporte. He gets the ball. It's a bit of a short one. Right through the back of him. Yes, he attempted to get the ball, but he's nowhere near it. Yeah, I think he'll be okay. He's up now on his feet. I think he's just going to have to be one he runs off. But that still can't undermine the throttle that tackle that held with it. Yeah, it looks like he'll be okay. I bet the City fans weren't happy with that one. He'll re-enter the field when this free kick's taken by Edison. Wave back on. Edison goes long towards Mahrez, headed away. Only as far as Jesus. He's pushed in the back. Play continues with De Bruyne though. Just above the halfway line. Tries to find a through ball towards Mahrez. Finds him, nearly does so. It's a great sliding interception to stop Mahrez from getting in behind. So McBurney on the left now. Brings it down nicely. Keeps the ball. Tries to go down the line. Off Fernandinho. Throw in for Sheffield United. Just inside the City half. Laporte is okay back on the pitch. But again, that was just such a rash tackle on the back. On the I think it was the left foot, if I'm not mistaken. But maybe the right. But yeah, he's okay. Moving fine as well. As from that throw-in, McBurney only heads it as far as Laporte. He only heads it as far as Norwood. And this means Sheffield United can have the ball. Baldock on the ball. Intercepted nicely from Zinchenko. Goes for a Sheffield United throw-in. Just under 15 minutes in. Still 0-0. Sheffield United have the ball around the back. It's Egan on the ball. Irish youth player. As a fantastic ball to Billy Sharp's been found. He brings it down. Otamendi also brings him down in the box. But an offside's been given on Billy Sharp. So any sort of foul from Otamendi on Billy Sharp may have not stood. He was offside. Just try to get back onto an offside position. Right decision from the linesman. Ball was bouncing. Otamendi did bring him down, but I don't think that would have been a penalty. Anyways, we restart the play with Fernandinho. Goes back to Edison. A lot of keeping the ball here from City. 66% possession. Playing a little bit cautiously, really, as Laporte plays it to Otamendi. No score as well in any of the other games. As Otamendi to Fernandinho. If you feel like this is a game for De Bruyne where he may just find that one killer splitting pass that will maybe find Sterling or Mahrez or Jesus, as Fernandinho brings it forward. Finds Mahrez, just lays it off to Walker. Inside to De Bruyne. Finds a switch to Raheem Sterling. Fantastic ball from De Bruyne. Perfect weight and precision. Sterling tries to find a cross. Cleared away by Egan. Needs to be cleared furthermore. Finds McBurney. Besic on the ball. Spins Rodri very nicely and keeps the ball. McBurney tries to find Billy Sharp, I think, but he slipped onto his backside. But I think a foul's been given on a little nudge from the clearance anyway. Even, to say the least, City have had obviously more possession, but very cautious play from both teams when having the ball, just playing it around the back. Not much press as well going on. Just very sort of cautious, not wanting to make a mistake of any kind. The free kick will be taken here. So he's a lot more inside the pitch than what seemed it to be taken. Fernandinho wins the header on McBurney. Fantastic win, but only as far as Riyad Mahrez, who can't win his header. Sheffield United come forward. McBurney in the corner flag shrugged onto the ground by Fernandinho. A good soldier barge and finds the goal kick. Fantastic from Fernandinho, showing him who is boss. Fantastic. That goal kick's been taken to Aymeric Laporte, finds Fernandinho, goes to Kyle Walker, former Sheffield United player, played 35 games for them, got no goals, but did get 4 assists for the Blades. That's now Otamendi coming out with the ball, still inside the City half, goes to the Sheffield boy, Kyle Walker, drilled into Mahrez, heavy touch, Edna Stevens couldn't get it away, Kyle Walker fouls, I'm not sure who that was, I think it was O'Connell, went in heavy, no yellow card, but it was a free kick, just inside the Sheffield United half. It was a strong tackle from Walker, couldn't quite win the ball though. Kyle Walker, former Sheffield United player, started his career there, but obviously he's come such a way since then, playing for Sheffield United. Dean Henderson will take this free kick though. We'll send it along to the left hand side and presume it's going to be aimed towards either McBurney or Billy Sharp. Taken towards McBurney, will go to battle with Fernandinho, just let the header come down, it's poor. Billy Sharp can turn down the edge of the box, surrounded by 5 City men and can able to lay it off. Poor from City. Stevens now trying to find a 1-2 with McBurney, finds him, goes inside, tries to put the cross in. Fantastic block from Fernandinho. Can find Kyle Walker in the corner flag, can't clear it quick enough. Oh, he can clear it quick enough. Throwing Sheffield United in the final third. I thought that went out for a goal kick. I mean, goal kick for a corner, to be honest, but the referee says no. Edna Stevens has the throw-in. Taking his time, trying to find the right option. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Edna Stevens takes the throw-in, goes to Oliver Norwood. We'll switch the play now to the right-hand side. But it's a poor pass, and it's intercepted. It's Sterling on the way. It's a 3v3. Riyad Mahrez is on the right-hand side. Tries to lay it off back to Sterling. First time finish. What a save with the right hand by Dean Henderson. Goes out for a corner. What a save. You could say it's poor finishing from Raheem Sterling, but what a save. It's a pass to Basham. It's a horrific touch by him. Leads Raheem Sterling on the chase. Goes to Riyad Mahrez. Laid it back in to Sterling. First time finish. What a save from Dean Henderson. And it stays 0-0. You could say Sterling could have got it more into the corner there with the finish, but no, taken away from the save. Fantastic save as De Bruyne puts it in towards the back post from the corner. Henderson, Otamendi tries to heads it onto the head of Egan, and it goes out for another City corner. Big chance for City there with Sterling. He's not scored in his last 4 Premier League games, and you're starting to see why. That's a great chance for Raheem Sterling. He's looking for his 90th Premier League goal as well for City. That could have been it there. It's another corner though. It'll be an in-swinger from Riyad Mahrez towards that back post. Dean Henderson comes out, spills it, but was able to collect it on the ricochet. What a save though from the young Englishman. He's only 22 years old, 6'2", and what a save it was from Sterling. It thought it was going to be a certain goal, but no. Denied was Raheem Sterling as he sends it long. Dean Henderson towards McBurney. What a kick that was, all the way to the other penalty area there. It's Edna Stevens. Poor touch. It's shocking. He's head in hands there. Not sure what he's quite doing. Just a lack of concentration leads to a City throw-in. It's a great counter-attack though. Chris Basham though with a poor touch. I said it was a poor pass. It's actually a poor touch. Led Raheem Sterling on the counter-attack, and they should have scored there, City. As it's Fernandinho on the right. Just clears it long. You don't see that very often towards Sterling. Over his head, but can land to Jesus on the left-hand side. He's up with Egan. Can he take him on? No, he can't. Great tackle, and George Baldock will clear. But Zinchenko clears. And he goes, Zinchenko intercepts, and goes out for a goal kick from the block. He's certain it was a goal kick, though, as he went to go and chase the ball. It's a long ball for Fernandinho. Headed. George Baldock sleeping. Leads Jesus with space on the left. Great tackle from Egan. Baldock tried to clear, but closed down by Zinchenko, and he can just block it, and it went out straight for a goal kick. Did it go out? Did it take another deflection? It did. That should have been a corner. Zinchenko was correct. Came off Baldock's foot last, and he did have a very guilty face, Baldock, as he ran away. Still no scores in any of the games as well. is a long goal kick, goes towards McBurney. Finds Billy Sharp. He heads it back towards Stevens, towards the halfway line. Risky pass, but finds Norwood. He is on the halfway line. Tries to find the ball towards Baldock. It's unfortunate. Edison off his line. Straight there. Getting the ball, collecting it. Let's roll towards Sinchenko. Back towards Laporte. Finds Otamendi. Very deep here, Manchester City. Looking to push out from the back. Otamendi still on the ball. Finds Fernandinho. Obviously scored that very unfortunate own goal against Crystal Palace, which cost City 2 points. As it's a Laporte on the ball. Otamendi bringing it forward, still in the City half. Poor ball intercepted by Norwood, and the counter-attack's on. Fleck goes inside nicely towards Besic, goes to the right to Billy Sharp, and it goes for a goal. And it goes for a corner, actually, a little nick off a Manchester City player from the pass, which tried to find Billy Sharp. Goes for a corner. Ball played there from Billy Sharp, seeing the deflection, letting it roll out for a corner, because obviously City haven't got too much height. They've got obviously Kyle Walker 5'10", Fernandinho 5'9", Otamendi 6 foot, 5'9" Zinchenko. You know, not much height in that defensive area. Zonal marking. It's going to be an in-swinger towards the back post. A little bit too back post, but the head gets on it by O'Connell. Goes to Stevens. He tries to cross it back in, headed away to the edge of the box. It's only as far as Norwood. Poor pass from him. He takes down Raheem Sterling. I don't think it was intentional, but he's going to get booked for it anyway because he stopped a certain counter-attack which could have led to a goal. I'll have to see the replay, but it looks like he just couldn't quite move his leg in time for where Raheem Sterling was going to run to. It's a poor clearance. Tries to get through and just stick a foot out. I think he knows what he's doing there. I think he's trying to be clever. And there has been a goal. Crystal Palace 0, Southampton 1. Nathan Redmond with the goal. But Norwood there with the yellow card. Edna Stevens and Chris Basham are one booking away from a match suspension. So if any of them get a yellow card, then they'll be missing their next game, as Fernandinho sends it along to the right towards Mahrez, brought down fantastically and keeps it in and finds Kyle Walker, goes to De Bruyne. Now Laporte going to this left hand side with Sinchenko. Raheem Sterling on the left, far left, but just in the final third now. Trying to find that pass. He's going to try and take on George Baldock. Goes out for a corner as he tries to take him on. Nicely tackled. And City have the corner just under 25 minutes in. Kevin De Bruyne will take it, looks like, on an in-swinger. Goes short to Mahrez. Edge of the box to Sinchenko. First time cross from him, headed backwards by Sheffield United man to the back post to Fernandinho. Otamendi with the overhead kick, saved by Dean Henderson, cleared by Basham for another corner kick. And what a acrobatic goal that would have been by Otamendi. It's an unbelievable attempt at the overhead kick. They've got another corner on the City attacking left-hand side. It'll be a Mahrez outswinger if he sends it straight into the box. Does so towards Rodri, flicked away as far as Sterling on the edge of the box. Walker, it falls to Sterling. Rodri on the edge of the box. City keeping men forward. Sterling trying to go down the right hand side against George Baldock, wins another corner as he tackles him nicely. I hope we get a replay on that Otamendi red kick after this attack ends. Because what an attempt it was, and what a save it was with the feet from Dean Henderson. It was quite close towards him, but still needed to be saved. Otamendi, Laporte in the box. Can one of them be found? It'll be a Mahrez in-swinger. It's a great ball in towards Otamendi, headed away by Sheffield United. Oh, as far as Kyle Walker on the right. Finds De Bruyne. He's going to find the crosses. He knows he's going to fake shot it on the left foot. Then dink a ball towards the back post with Fernandinho. He can bring it down with so much room inside the box. It's now Sterling on the edge. Decides to shoot, goes far post. Over the bar from Raheem Sterling. And it is 0-0 after that flurry of chances for Manchester City. Here it is. It's sort of a scissor kick, overhead kick sort of technique. Save with the, I think it's the knees of Dean Henderson. Let's have a look. Yeah, with the knee of Dean Henderson. It was sort of towards him. But still had to be saved. And it was a fantastic save as well, to be fair, from Dean Henderson. As he'll take the goal kick. Fantastic save. As a goal kick's taken towards McBurney, he lets it roll towards Billy Sharp. He gets in behind the defence here against Otamendi, well recovered. Fernandinho can hook it clear as far as Norwood, who heads it back towards Billy Sharp. On the left-hand side, John Fleck in the final third. Tries to whip a cross in, headed away by Otamendi. Only as far as O'Connell, brought down fantastically on the chest. It's now John Fleck on the far left, trying to spread this pitch out wide. As De Bruyne gets the tackle in and stops it, and goes out for a throw-in for Sheffield United. Throw-in will be taken by Edna Stevens. Looking for some movement here, Manchester City. Staying resolute at the back. Not much movement from Sheffield United. But he does go towards Oliver McBurney, cleared away from Manchester City, only as far as Egan. All inside the City half. McBurney can spin on a O'Connell ball, but has to just lay it off to Egan again, the centre-back. It's a long over the top switch ball. Ederson comes out, catches easily for Manchester City, and they can regain the ball. Sorry for any noise you can hear in the background there, but Fernandinho's on the ball, playing around from the back. If I keep going mute or anything, it's just because my dogs are barking, because because someone in my family is just arriving home. So I don't, when you hear dogs barking, especially if you've got earphones and or headphones, a bit of an unpleasant sound to hear. So you've got Fernandinho on the ball. I just hope they don't do it during a goal. That would be a disaster. It's Fernandinho on the ball, just inside the City half. It's very deep, playing a lot deeper the City back line here that I'm used to seeing. As it's Laporte on the left hand side, looking forward for the pass, which has to go back towards Otamendi. It's very slow. When the game gets proper slowed down, it feels like it's going at walking pace, slow motion to a certain degree. It's Laporte on the ball, drills it in towards Jesus, lays it off of Sterling on this left hand side, goes back towards Laporte again. City can't find a way through this Sheffield United defence. It's very strong, very brick wall like. As Fernandinho tries an audacious switch towards Raheem Sterling, not finding his target, out for a goal kick. Guardiola won't be happy with this though. So goal kick will be taken. If I can have the time, I don't think I will. Nah, I won't be. It doesn't matter. I was going to try and commentate on Wolves, Liverpool on Thursday, but I won't have time, unfortunately. If you've not subscribed already and you're one of these 8 people who haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It takes literally seconds, and I will be commentating lots more on many more Premier League, Champions League games. As it's Zinchenko on the ball, tries to find a drill ball towards Mahrez, flicked away by a Sheffield United man all as far as Laporte. We're now De Bruyne on the ball. Plays it inside towards Sterling, tries to find a through ball towards Jesus. It's cleared away by Sheffield United. Again, only as far as the City centre half of Otamendi. Now Laporte. Zinchenko, De Bruyne. Can't quite get his foot on the ball, but the clearance from Sheffield United is only as far as Rodri. Out wide right now to Riyad Mahrez, the Algerian, the number 26. Finds Sterling inside, just on the edge of the box. Jesus lays it off for De Bruyne, first time effort. Deflected. And Dean Henderson can collect easily. Just over half an hour in, it's still 0-0. A very content game. Very few chances, but if anyone's had the chances, it is City. With that chance with Sterling, fantastic, strong right-handed save by Dean Henderson as he takes a long kick again towards McBurney and towards the City box. McBurney holds off Fernandinho and can head it back towards Edna Stevens. He's towards the City box here. McBurney on the ball, goes back to O'Connell. Edna Stevens, it's on this far left in the final third. Just has to go back towards Egan. Brings it forward, tries to find the left of O'Connell. Too much power on the pass, goes out for a throw-in for Manchester City. It looks like Kyle Walker will be the one who will take. As Everton have gone 1-0 up. Moise Keane with the goal. Great to see. Obviously, he had a bit of a shaky start to the Premier League for him. Hopefully, he'll be finding his feet. As Walker's throw-ins to Fernandinho times the touch, touches it poorly, and McBurney holds off Fernandinho fantastically to win Sheffield United. Basically a cheap free corner. Shouldn't have even happened. Walker threw the ball back to Fernandinho. Tried to chest it. The chest was poor. The backspin on the ball, sent it out for a corner as McBurney just held Fernandinho off to regain the ball. Being in-swinger from Norwood towards the Manchester City fans. There'll be an in-swinger. Needs to be dealt with. It's nearly gone all the way. Headed, but a foul's been given, I think, on Laporte. And he gets into a tussle here. It's Laporte and Egan. I don't know who's in the wrong. And Egan needs calming down here. Edison's in his face telling him to just leave it alone. There was an incident at the back post. The ball was swung in. Nearly went all the way through. A header got on it, but it seems like Egan may have just dragged Laporte down or something like that. I need to see a replay. It was too hard to see. Ball goes into the back post. Egan comes rushing in and just barges. Who is that? Laporte. It's Laporte and Kyle Walker, but Kyle Walker could stay on his feet. It was unnecessary. He made that run. He was never going to get to the ball and just ran in with like sort of knee up into Laporte. Not needed. That's why Laporte reacted, I think, the way he did. But a foul's been given to Manchester City anyway, so it doesn't matter overall. No bookings given, I don't think, or anything. So the play continues. Inside his own box, it's Laporte to Edison. To Otamendi, Fernandinho. Back to Edison. It's a short pass, but he gets there. McBurney will try to close down. So all inside City's half here, across the box. Very risky play, but Laporte now has the ball with space. We'll dink it towards Sterling. Fantastic ball. He chested it down. We're on the left-hand side here with Sterling. Tries to find a through ball. It's poor. Egan can intercept easily. Jesus was nowhere near getting that. And the ball's played back to Dean Henderson, who will clear first time. Sheffield United can push up the pitch. And can Zinchenko win this header on McBurney? No, he doesn't. McBurney wins a header towards Fleck. Boot up in the air, but he wins the ball. And McBurney finds Billy Sharp on the edge of the box. Taken down by Otamendi. No foul, says the referee, but O'Connell has the ball on the left. Edna Stevens on the ball. Right-footed cross, cleared away by Otamendi. De Bruyne can come away with it now on the counter-attack. It's Sterling. We're inside the Sheffield United half. Heavy touch. It enters the Sheffield United half, but it fell to a Sheffield United defender. Short pass from Fleck finds Walker. Fantastic sliding tackle to find Mahrez. It's Rodri. Slots in Mahrez on the right-hand side. Can he bet the ball across? No, he takes on one. Takes on another. Taken down in the box. Penalty given. Lee Mason gives it in the 6-yard box. Mahrez taken down. Penalty Manchester City. He took on one and it looks like he was taking on one too many there, Mahrez. Took on the first, took on the second. Looked like he lost the ball and then taken down. Fake shots one, sends one to the cleaners. Takes on Stevens and then Basham just recklessly storms in. None of the ball, takes out Mahrez. Stonewall penalty for Manchester City. Silly, ridiculous, careless from Basham. City have a penalty kick. Good refereeing there from Lee Mason. There was no need. He took on two players. Just if Basham stood his ground, was a bit more stronger, he would have just took the ball off Mahrez. There was no need to bring him down like that. Here, the Gabriel Jesus on the penalty. This is his 20th appearance in the Premier League. Can he find his 10th goal? Gabriel Jesus. To the left, it's saved from Dean Henderson. To his right, Jesus left. It's a shocking penalty kick. Sheffield United keep it at 0-0. Dean Henderson is having a fantastic game against his rivals with his parent club. Guardiola is beyond impressed. It's a poor penalty. He's well off his line, Dean Henderson. It's got to be a retake. I'm not sure if one of the defenders has to clear. But Dean Henderson was well off his line. I don't know, because Dean Henderson saved it and then went to gather the ball. I don't know if it's a defender who has to clear it for that to count. But Dean Henderson was well off his line. Both feet off the line. As Laporte gives away a free kick, I think, with a little push. And it's on the right-hand side. We're about 30 yards out. Free kick on the right for Sheffield United. So Jesus did a stutter run-up, so it gave Dean Henderson the chance to come forward off his line, because obviously as a keeper you jump forward and then dive to the side. I think Guardiola's complained to the fourth official because Jesus when he took that and he kicked the ball, Dean Henderson was well off his line. I think Guardiola's making that point to the fourth official as Norwood will take this free kick, will swing it in. It's dangerous. Otamendi can clear away. Goes out for a corner for Sheffield United. Big chance for City. I wonder what the law is with that, because when taking the ball, Dean Henderson was well off his line, but when he saved it, he clawed the ball into his arms, and he was the one who got the next touch after he saved it. So I don't know if that means anything. It's a corner here on the left-hand side of Sheffield United. It'll be an in-swinger. One arm up, ball in the air, headed away from Manchester City's edge of the box. As far as Besic will swing it around the corner to the right-hand side to O'Connell. Nice ball. He goes back, nicely found. Ball put in, Basham. Poor header, couldn't get a right contact on it. But it's actually come out back to George Baldock, who's been flagged offside. Free kick Manchester City on the left-hand side towards the corner flag. Again, I can't hear any what the TV say or the VAR say or anything, so I don't know the laws. That might be perfectly fine to do. But I'm not sure. Guardiola, it's just not his season, is it? But again, like the TV people could probably hear the laws and they can see the law straight away. Obviously, I don't have the big law book, so I'm not sure that might be allowed, but he was definitely off his line. But it might be the stutter that has something with it, because he stuttered and then he came off his line. Fernandinho has the ball, finds Sterling in behind inside the Sheffield United half. Great tackle on Sterling. He loses the ball. John Fleck on the ball, pulled back by Mahrez. Free kick given, and the play has to be stopped because the ball was moving, says Lee Mason, because he'd already blown his whistle for a foul. A free kick will be taken by Dean Henderson. You thought that could be it for Jesus, because if that was Aguero, people may argue that could have gone in. Bournemouth also won the massive goal for Eddie Howe. Free kick taken towards the left hand side. It comes off Kyle Walker out for a throw in. In the final third, it's Edna Stevens for Sheffield United. Goes to Fleck. Loses the ball to Riyad Mahrez. Now Jesus to Riyad Mahrez inside the City half. Keeps the ball in play, but then gets the ball taken off him far too easily. And O'Connell can send it down the line to Fleck. Inside to Stevens. Taken down. Billy Sharp by Fernandinho. That's actually McBurney taken down by Fernandinho. Foul given once again. They're asking, I think, for a free kick there. I mean, for a yellow card there. Fernandinho. He's made a few of those challenges. Definitely took down McBurney. Definitely a foul. It's a similar angle to the one about a few minutes ago after the penalty. It's John Fleck on the ball. Being in swinger. Ball sent in. De Bruyne can stop it easily. Jesus, poor touch. Then the ball can find Norwood. Tries to send it to the left towards Basham. He gets ahead of Kyle Walker. Lays it off. Shot taken. Blocked. Away. It's going to go out for a Sheffield United throw-in, is it? On the left. Yes, it is. Edna Stevens again will take. I feel like a broken record saying that. Looks like he's going to go for a long throw-in here. He will. No, he won't. He's changed his mind last minute. Goes short to Jack O'Connell. Tries to take on Mahrez. No foul, says the referee. Out for a goal kick after a heavy touch. And then will take the goal kick with 5 minutes away from half time plus added on time. It's Fernandinho now on the ball to Kyle Walker. Switches it towards Zinchenko. Lovely ball, well weighted. Those passes go unspoken about because they're so precise. Them kind of passes. Now Otamendi on the ball, plays it forward back to Kyle Walker on this right. Goes out to De Bruyne, it's a poor pass from Kyle Walker. And the ball now finds Edna Stevens. Norwood over the top ball towards Billy Sharp. Edison's out, heads it out for a goal, for a throw in. Nicely played by Edison. Was there first, unlike he was against Wolves, where he completely took out Diogo Jota. Once again, you'll never guess who's on the throw in. It's Edna Stevens on the left hand side for Sheffield United. looking for his options. Lack of movement, really, for Sheffield United. Finds McBurney, who lets it run. Prods the ball towards Billy Sharp. It's now a bit of 50-50 in the area, where Marsh can clear the right boot. Only as far as Egan. Goes to the right to Chris Basham. Brings the ball inside. Goes back out wide right to Besic. Besic to Baldock. Tries to find the overlap of Basham, but can't quite do so. Deflected out for a Sheffield United throw-in. Sorry about that. Ball to the left, it's O'Connell. Stevens, first time pass towards Fleck, it's too far. And Fleck fouls Fernandinho, and he doesn't play an advantage. What's he doing, the referee? Fernandinho taken down, and fair play to Lee Mason, he does book John Fleck. But Fernandinho got to the ball first and prodded it on towards De Bruyne, and the counter-attack could have been on there. Yeah, hitting in the ankle there, the left ankle it looks like. I'm going to have another look. Yeah, right on the left ankle, that's going to be a sore one for Fernandinho. Despite booking him, he could have done that after the attack. But free kick's given. It's inside City's half. We restart with Rodri now on the ball. Rodri, obviously 21 Premier League appearances and 2 goals, both outside the box against Norwich and 1 against Burnley as well, as it's Mahrez now. Fernandinho goes back to Otamendi, inside the City half. Otamendi goes to the right to Kyle Walker. Inside to Rodri. There's a gap there for Jesus. He wanted it, but he goes to the left to Zinchenko, who's in a little bit more space. Brings it down, lays it off to Sterling on the edge of the box. Dinks it in towards Jesus, headed away. Back him towards Manchester City's attackers, but cleared away by Norwood. Laporte trying to get in front of the Sheffield United attacker, gets there first, but concedes a throw-in on Billy Sharp on the halfway line. 90 seconds to go before we enter added on time. It's been very even. Obviously, City had the mass majority of the chances, especially with that penalty and that save by Dean Henderson on Sterling. (2-0) Bournemouth, massive result. 1-0 Watford against Aston Villa. Some big goals going in. We'll go through them at half time. As plays being continued here with Rodri on the ball, having to out-strengthen McBurney, and does so. Inside the City half, goes to the right to Fernandinho, back towards the left of Laporte. It seems like a lack of urgency from Manchester City to get the ball forward. You have Zinchenko on the left. He goes for a long diagonal switch towards Walker. Finds him perfectly. He lays it off towards De Bruyne. Flicks it over the head of Fleck. Fantastic ball. Around 20 yards out, we find Sterling on the edge of the box. Closed down quickly. And the ball can be cleared by Sheffield United. Towards Billy Sharp, where he can hold it up to Fernandinho. Fantastic play from Billy Sharp. The club captain from Sheffield United lays it off. Long ball over the top for Sheffield United. Poor straight to Edison. He rolls it out to Fernandinho. Wonder how much added on time there will be. As Rodri plays it into Sterling. Goes into De Bruyne on the left-hand side. Finds Zinchenko. Can this be the chance for Manchester City? Pulled back to De Bruyne on the edge of the box. Swivels, turns, shoots just over the bar. Looked dangerous. Kevin De Bruyne nearly made his way into the top corner with that shot. Spun nicely with the right boot. Always curling wide. Always curling over. But it's signs from City, getting shots away. Try to break through this defence. There's only 1 minute added on. As the goal kick will be taken from Dean Henderson, obviously has a very, very long goal kick on him, which helps McBurney hold the ball up. This time goes to Billy Sharp, tries to hold up against Otamendi, but Fernandinho is there to clean up. Otamendi on the ball. To the left, Zinchenko, go back to Laporte. Across to Fernandinho, we've got 20 seconds left. Can City find the goal in this game? Kyle Walker, down the right. Just has to try to go the long way, tackled by John Fleck. It's now Stevens. O'Connell goes long. Head won by Fernandinho, but goes straight into the back of McBurney. Yellow card given for Fernandinho. He's saying there was 3 fouls Fernandinho previously, so he sort of accumulated a yellow card there with so many fouls that he made. And a yellow card given to Fernandinho. It's going to be half time any second now, and that's a 5th booking for Fernandinho. He will miss the next league game for Manchester City. It's just an elbow in the back on McBurney. Definitely a foul. Chris Wilder definitely finds the more funnier side of that. the whistle's going to go any second now, and it does. Half time at Bramall Lane. It is Manchester City. It's Sheffield United 0, Manchester City 0. How it's 1-0 at half time is beyond me. There should at least be one goal, maybe for Manchester City, with the chances they've had. But it is all square at the break. It's unfortunate for City. They should be ahead, but we're going to quickly turn over, because on an opposite side, we're just about to kick off, or we just have kicked off. We're 2 minutes in for Chelsea Arsenal. For the 15 minutes of the break against Sheffield United, we will just we'll watch. I'll just commentate over the Arsenal game against Chelsea. It is at Stamford Bridge. We're just going to chill out a little bit though. If you've got any questions, ask them now. We're going to go through the half-time scores. We've got Bournemouth 2-0 up against Brighton at home. Harry Wilson and Pascal Gross' own goal gives them a 2-0 lead. Massive result for Bournemouth as it stands. Everton 1-0 up against Newcastle. Moise Keane with a goal. He's playing up front with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That could be a partnership for the future. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi here. In behind for Chelsea. Tries to put it across goal. David Luiz back at Stamford Bridge in the Arsenal colours. Puts it behind for a corner. Aston Villa 1-0 down to Watford. Troy Deeney with that goal. And still playing, but we're in the 48th minute of that game. It's Southampton Crystal Palace. 1-0 to Southampton. It's a corner here though. Put in. Dangerous. Headed away. Live chat stream isn't working well. I have no idea why it's not working, because it's working for me. So if you can't, then I apologise. I can't do anything about that. Maybe try restarting your stream, something, or just going on and off. I'm not sure, because for me it says it's fine. So I'm not too sure, to be honest. So I'm sorry, I can't help with that. It's unfortunate. I like to see what you're saying. I'm going to try and sort it out now while we've got a little bit of time. I have no idea why I can't see. Right, it's gone off now. I'm going to try and get back on. Save. Sorry if the stream just gone off or anything there. I'm just trying to fix it because I want to talk to you guys. I wonder why. Sorry about this. I might as well do it now while it's half time. Yeah, I wonder why I can't do it. It was working before as well. That's what's confusing me. It seems like you can't chat to me. That's unfortunate. It's annoying that. Why is it not letting me? Like, oh, I've got the settings on to allow you to speak. Live chat. Here we go. This doesn't work. Then it's just not letting me use the chat. It's changing now. Chelsea are in behind though. Hudson Odoi. Say that's for quite a flick. Blocked. I literally just pressed the setting going enable chat. It's just not letting me. I just don't think it's letting me save, letting chat come on. I have no idea why. I'll definitely get that sorted. 100%. It's the best part of streaming, talking to the people watching. It's annoying that. Which is, I'm going on settings, and then every time I try and change it, every time I go on enable chat and press save, and it's just not saving, it just keeps going back into the unsave. Oh well. Yeah, I'll definitely get that sorted though. I'm just glad that I can try and sort it out during the half time, than having to try and mess about with it during the game. That's obviously no good for anyone, is it? It's interesting that as well, because literally people were allowed to talk before. That's the that's the confusing thing about it. It's nice just not letting me see chat at all. Oh well. But yeah, after the Sheffield United game, Sheffield United's Manchester City game, I will commentate the latter stages of the Chelsea Arsenal game properly. So obviously we've got this problem here, and I want to get it sorted, because streaming is only well, I find streaming good when I can talk to my chat, and I can't. Why is it not letting me? I do also have an Instagram. I'm just going to add it to the screen now. I should have done this before. And you can tell me, ask me, you know, include anything you want on it. Like DM me or anything. Just going to add it. It's just at the top right now, but I will move it. So there's my Instagram for football commentaries. If you just put that into Instagram and you'll find me. You can tell me anything you want. Ask me any questions, you know, about maybe future streams or anything. And yeah, for the next stream, which I'll have a look at the fixtures now, I'll try and get this sorted, but I just can't do anything. Because every time I try and enable chat, it's just not letting me. So, Chelsea go close just past the post from Christensen. So, just gonna have a look. I'm just gonna have. Oh, it's close that, you know. Yeah, if you want to contact me, just go on that Instagram and just ask me anything if you want. Yeah. It's a bit disappointing that. I'd have loved it to have worked. But sometimes, you know, it's just the way it goes, isn't it? You can't help everything. Right, well, let's have a look at some of the games then that we've got coming up. We've got FA Cup of the weekend. I'm not going to do any for that because yeah, I'm not sure too many people are interested in the are interested in it. Let's have a look then. So obviously we've got games today. Wednesday, got Leicester, West Ham, Tottenham, Norwich, Manchester United, Burnley, and Wolves, Liverpool on the Thursday. Then on the Wednesday, 29th, that's next Wednesday, we've got West Ham, Liverpool. I might do that depending if it's televised. If not, I will more than likely commentate Manchester United v Wolves in the Premier League half-5. That'll be on the 1st of February. That's all being well. That's like if everything goes to plan, because I know I've got quite a busy day there. If that can't be done, then I'm going to have to go for Burnley v Arsenal on the Sunday, 2nd February. Sorry if the stream just went off there or anything. I'm not sure if it did, because my webpage just closed down, so that might have just gone off. If it did, I'm sorry. So, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on in this game, to be honest. The Chelsea Arsenal one, I haven't been watching it. Trying to sort out the chat, but Arsenal are in behind here on the ball. But that's really annoying, that. But yeah, make sure you subscribe as well. You know, regular daily commentaries as well. For those who maybe can't watch it on BT Sport or don't have Sky, you know, come here and just watch it for free. Not watch the game, but you know, watch for free or listen to for free. But we'll get on with this Arsenal game. Ozil's on. Pepe's playing as well. Lacazette's on. Obviously no Aubameyang due to suspension. Chelsea are in nice football there from Chelsea. On Saturday I wasn't too well, but today I'm feeling a lot better, so I've been able to not. I've coughed a few times, which I apologise for. That's why I'm just sort of watching this Chelsea game and sort of letting you know if anything happens. I don't really want to commentate it like full pace like I have been for obviously City, Sheffield United, because that's my main commentary. Because I don't want to you know overuse my voice or anything. Because I've already got a bit of a cough and all that. I don't want to, you know, make it any worse. But Chelsea do have a corner here. They go short. Willian on the edge. Goes back on the outside, I think, to Hudson-Odoi. Back outside. Dinked into the back post. It's Rudiger. Headed towards Abraham. Headed. Good save by Leno. He was quite near to his side, but it still had to be saved. You got to remember that with goalkeepers. As easy as it is, it has to be saved. And it was a good one from Leno, to be fair. And if you do, you can't even tell me, but I'm going to have a look at Fantasy League. I'm hoping the servers are back up, because I went on Fantasy League to check my team and I couldn't get on it, so I don't know what my team is at the minute, I'm not going to lie. Obviously it's a Liverpool double game week, so obviously Mane's got to be captain. Hudson-Odoi's on the right. Oh, dinks it in, pulls the back stick. Bellerin's back and captain. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was returning. That's good to see. Good ball from Hudson-Odoi. From what I've watched, Chelsea have definitely been on the front foot. 100%. Well, handled as well, that header, by the way, by Leno. Triple captain Mane for a double weekend. What a play that is. I used my triple captain first week, because I didn't really know how to use it. And then, but to be fair, I got 39 points to Kane. So it's another corner here though. It's Willian on the edge once again. Goes back to the left to Hudson-Odoi. Dinked in towards the back post. Nearly went over Leno. Hits the crossbar. Goal kick. Very close for Chelsea there. Didn't get any fingers on it. Straight on top of the bar. I'm not sure if it was Hudson-Odoi's intention to try and think it over. But he nearly did. I want to go back to City game because we should be kicking off. What timing that is. Lovely timing. We've just kicked off, literally. City send it far right towards Kyle Walker. Keeps it on, to be fair, and then tries to through ball Jesus to Mahrez out for a throw-in. City kicking right to left. Sheffield United left to right. City kicking towards the away fans of theirs. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, here we go. Perfect time. I thought, I just need to check, seeing if City have kicked off again. And we have. It's Laporte on the ball. Knocks it down to Rodri. To Otamendi inside the City half. Goes to the left to Laporte again. Goes back out wide right to Fernandinho. Nice ball into Mahrez. Laid off to Kevin De Bruyne. Tries to play it inside to Zinchenko. Really poor pass, falls to Besic instead, who will then spray it out wide right to Baldock. Tries to go over the top towards Billy Sharp, headed down by Laporte, only as far as Besic. Well, Billy Sharp isn't found. Besic gets in there again with a poor header from Manchester City, and he clears it off Raheem Sterling out for Sheffield United throw-in, despite the protest from Sterling saying that was a Manchester City ball. Throw-in taken long towards McBurney over his head. Zinchenko poor headed towards Rodri, but he keeps the ball. Rodri, De Bruyne tries to play over the top towards Jesus. Sheffield United win the ball, and Rodri concedes a free kick. It's a soft one, that, from Rodri. Says it was from behind. He got a bit of a nudge on him because the ball was in the air quite a bit there. He just nudged the back of him. It's a free kick. It's quite far out, to be fair. It's around 65 yards out on the right. We'll be able to put in a ball towards the back post, maybe headed back in towards the area, maybe. That could be what it'd go for. Poor free kick, but a header flicked it on to help it towards Billy Sharp, but City come out with the ball. It's now Riyad Mahrez on the counter-attack. Try and find a ball over the top towards De Bruyne on the left, and he does. In the final third, it's Kevin De Bruyne on the left-hand side, tries to play across goal. It's a great interception by Sheffield United defender, and Sheffield United can come out of the ball with Baldock. De Bruyne just a little bit off the pace today, as on the right for Sheffield United. A ball tries to get played over the top, but Edison comes out and collects easily, but keeps on the ground, passes it instead to Laporte. Back to Edison. We'll spray it wide right to Fernandinho. I will start that timer again, so you know, like, I can't go to 90 minutes, so I have to restart it from 0 again. But I will do that. There's a ball over the top towards Sterling, nearly found him, but trickles all the way to Dean Henderson. That was an unlucky ball there from the defence of Manchester City's. Dean Henderson just rolls out in front of him and will send it long. Fantastic kick on him. Towards McBurney against Fernandinho, goes over both their heads. Billy Sharp tries to follow him behind, but Otamendi will help clear. It's now Kyle Walker who clears, headed by a Sheffield United player back towards that left-hand side, goes out for a throw-in. Throw-in taken by Kyle Walker, will straight back to Edison. He goes to Laporte, switches it towards Jesus, can't win the header on O'Connell, and that header will fall all the way back to Dean Henderson. They won't pick it up as of yet. And I'll move that timer as well. I have just seen it's over the Instagram. I have seen that. There we go. Dean Henderson, another long kick towards McBurney on Fernandinho. McBurney flicks it on as far as Kyle Walker. He sends it long towards Sterling. He can chest it down nicely for Jesus. Now on the left is Zinchenko. De Bruyne on the just inside the City half. Now inside the Sheffield United half is Zinchenko, number 11. Kolarov, former number for Manchester City. Now Jesus inside to Rodri, back over towards Jesus. He gets found, though he doesn't. It's a fantastic header away from Basham to help out for a corner. Instead of it finding the feet of Jesus, and he would have been in behind there as well. It could have been dangerous for Manchester City, but De Bruyne will take the corner here. He'll be an in-swinger. Otamendi's joining the attack for the corner. Laporte's in there as well. Corner put in towards the back post, towards a header. It comes back in. Someone down in the area, cleared by Sheffield United, man in the end. But Sterling stops it. He's taken down. Free kick given by Lee Mason as well, right on the edge of the box. I'm not sure who that man was on the back post who put it back in to the middle, but a City player was taken down. There wasn't much complaints about it. I think only Otamendi, the man taken down, was asking for it. The ball comes out here. Stevens tries to clear. Instead, takes out Sterling's right leg and gives a foul away. It's very cheap. Just misreads the ball and where it's going. And takes out Sterling instead. Dangerous position. Around 22 to 25 yards out here on the right-hand side of the box. It's Mahrez over it and Kevin De Bruyne. I think if it's a shot, it's Mahrez's. If it's a cross, it might go to De Bruyne. It'll be Mahrez to take. Straight at the wall, straight to Billy Sharp on the edge of the box, who can help on to clear. Ball free kick from Mahrez. Ball is clear, but Kyle Walker can come back and keep the ball for Manchester City. Has loads of time and space and finds Rodri. Goes to the left to Zinchenko. Jesus back towards Laporte, who seems okay. Laporte on his first game back, not done too much wrong. As it's Rodri on the ball, goes to the right to Fernandinho. Goes inside to Kyle Walker. Rodri inside the Sheffield United half now. It's Mahrez. Goes towards the left of Laporte.
I didn't quite get that.
Sorry about that. But Zinchenko goes to Jesus. Brought down on the edge of the box. That's definitely a foul once again. That's by the number 6, Chris Basham, on Jesus. Definite foul there. Jesus turned nicely. Tried to get onto his right foot. Just taken down. Didn't get any of the ball there. Chris Basham. And foul given. Now it's on the complete opposite side, about 20 yards out. For a shot, I'd go with De Bruyne. For a cross, I'd go with Mahrez. It's completely switched the roles there. As it's De Bruyne over it. De Bruyne will put it in. Poor cross again. Couldn't even beat the first man. Headed away out for a City throw-in. Taken quickly to Mahrez. On this left, goes inside to Sterling. Lays it off to De Bruyne on the left. We'll put an in-swinger in. Can't do so. It's deflected away. Oh, as far as Fleck and Rodri can't get there. Fleck gets past both Walker and Rodri. Pulled back by Rodri. It's going to be a definite yellow card. That's a prime example of City's tactical fouling that they do. Prime example of it. Fleck got in between Rodri and Walker way too easily. It's fantastic skill, really, to be fair. And Rodri just pulled him down. That's his 5th booking. And I think he'll be suspended for the next game, as well as Fernandinho, if those 5 booking rule is still in place. Norwood and Flecker over it. Left-footed Flecker, right-footed Norwood. I wonder who's going to take. Looks like it's going to be Fleck who takes it. He'll dink it over to the left, down the line. He fantastically found De Bruyne with a key interception. He found Billy Sharp down that left. It was a great tactic there by Sheffield United, but De Bruyne tracked him all the way. And he'll go for a corner, and it'll be a Norwood in-swinger this. 54th minute, just going into the 53rd. Can they find the right ball here, Sheffield United? Ball put in, it's dangerous, it's flicked onto the back post. Goes all the way, should be a goal kick in Manchester City. No, it's a corner, it comes off a Manchester City head. I thought it came off someone like Egan. I thought it did. Egan was the one battling for it. It's actually O'Connell. It does come off Fernandinho. And it is a Sheffield United ball. Fleck with the corner. It'll be an in-swinger on the left. Boot of his. Can they make one of these count? Ball put in towards Ederson. He can just parry it away, but a foul's given by Lee Mason on Ederson. And a free kick given. I think rightly so, despite the protest of Ollie McBurney. Ball put in surrounding the 6-yard box. Every single person who probably involved in that corner was in the 6-yard box, surrounding Ederson. Zinchenko now has the ball on the left. Goes to Laporte. Sprays it to the right to Fernandinho. City a lot slower in their play today, not as quick as we're used to seeing. Obviously playing with 3 centre-backs could probably decrease the speed of the game, obviously not having those 3 central midfielders. As it's Laporte goes to the left of Zinchenko inside Sheffield United's half. Can't find a way through the Sheffield United team at all, Manchester City. As we find Fernandinho on the ball. There's no room or anything for City to work with. Rodri now goes to the left to Laporte. Looking for his options. Who can he find? Has to turn back again. Goes to Rodri. Laporte, Rodri. Turns forward. Looks forward. Goes to his side. Samaras on the left. Sterling, who spreads the pitch, is found. Can he find the right pass? Goes back to Mahrez. Goes down the line to Sterling. First time ball into the box towards Zinchenko. Cleared away. All as far as De Bruyne on the edge of the box. To Fernandinho. He's also on the edge of the box. Takes the touch inside. Dinks it over towards Jesus. Too far. Has to clear. And he denies a goal kick and gets it for a throw-in. Great play from Gabriel Jesus there. Fernandinho came in onto his left foot. Totally sold Fleck there. Tried to dink it in towards Jesus. He was onside. It was clever for Fernandinho. Just too much weight on it. And Jesus knew it was going out, but denied it from going for a goal kick. And made it go for a throw-in. See if any of the other games have any goals. Red card in the Arsenal game. And it's David Luiz. Who would have guessed it? David Luiz, red card. As Everton go 2-0 up. Southampton also go 2-0 up as well. Wow. Who would have thought? As Sheffield United still have this throw-in on the left-hand side. Goes long. Towards McBurney. Can't flick it on. Falls to the chest of Fernandinho. Rodri finds it and hook it behind him towards Laporte. Can City finally get moving quicker now? With Laporte, no they can't. Rodri finds the ball, turns, finds De Bruyne. Space on the right hand side here for City. Fernandinho on the ball. Goes to Kyle Walker. Back towards Fernandinho. Way too slow here from Manchester City. Rodri. Inside to Sterling. Able to turn. Find Mahrez. Around 25 yards out. Sprays it out wide left to Zinchenko. First time cross in. Falls to the edge of the box to Mahrez after a clearance. He can't get there. Rodri gets there. But only falls as far as Sheffield United man, who sends it long towards Billy Sharp. But Laporte can see it out for a throw-in for Manchester City and taken quickly, I think, to Ederson as the cameras go off the play. But it is thrown quickly to Ederson. Finds De Bruyne now, deep inside the City half. Calvert-Lewin's the one who scored for Everton. He's in great form. Fernandinho tries to find a ball towards Jesus. Poor ball, easily intercepted by O'Connell. Sends it long down the line towards McBurney, but Otamendi can recover it and find Ederson. Started his youth career at Sao Paulo, and obviously moving to Benfica and then to Manchester City. Sterling has the ball inside the centre circle, sprays it out wide right to Kyle Walker. The attack's on. Kyle Walker goes to the overlap of De Bruyne. He's asking a lot of him, but De Bruyne will get there. Goes back and turns back towards Kyle Walker in the final third. Tries to cross the ball in. Does so, but it's deflected and goes out for a corner for Manchester City on their attacking right hand side. Sorry about my coughing, I can't help it. if I could help it, I wouldn't cough. The corner, it looks like an outswinger from De Bruyne. Looks like he will take it. It'll be the 13th corner of the game. Kevin De Bruyne pulls the ball in towards Rodri. He gets the head on it all the way across goal. It's just wide. The Spaniard was inches away from his third Premier League goal. On the near post, peeled away, I think it was from... I'm not sure who it was there. It was Basham. Just goes past the post. Always curling it away. As Lise Mousset will come on for Sheffield United. And he'll replace, I think, Billy Sharp, who will give the captaincy over to Norwood. Yes, he will. There we go. But Lise Mousset, known more for his goals in League 2 in the French League. Whilst he was over there, he scored 14 goals in 34 appearances with 3 assists. Hasn't had much luck in the Premier League. He's played 78 times, only scored 8 and assisted 3. But in those 78 appearances in the Premier League, 60 of those times, especially for Bournemouth, he came on as a sub. So obviously not having as long to make an impact. So now he's at Sheffield United scoring a few more goals, starting a few more games as well. Now getting a few more goals and making that record look a little bit better for him. As Dean Henderson sends it long towards Rodri. McBurney will challenge him, but Rodri does win it. Heads it towards Jesus. He can't win it. George Baldock will send it down the right towards Lise Mousset. He's just come on against Laporte. Falls over his own feet and wins the throw in there, Laporte. Will drop the ball and leave it for Zinchenko to take. Inside Sheffield United attacking third here. Going to have to get out of this well. Manchester City. He throws back to Laporte. Finds Ederson. Switches it to the right. To Kyle Walker. Finds him perfectly in space as well. Takes a heavy touch towards Norwood, but he can get past him. and Rodri can bring it forward inside the Sheffield United half to the left-hand side. Entering the attacking third is Raheem Sterling running at the Sheffield United defence, going on towards the left foot. Basham nearly takes him out, but he doesn't. He does good defending and keeps the ball. Sheffield United can clear. Only as far as Laporte though. His pass can't find Fernandinho. He has to battle for the ball to keep it, and he does so well and heads it to the left-hand side towards Zinchenko. His header only goes as far as O'Connell. Basham now. Clears it, only as far as Laporte. He heads it down towards Rodri. Against McBurney, wins it well. Finds Mahrez in space in the centre. Go to the right to Raheem Sterling. He's inside the box on the right. Thinks it in towards Jesus. Basham heads away. Far back to that right hand side again. Where's Kyle Walker on the ball? Rodri thinks it back in towards Jesus. Wins the header across goal. Oh, Henderson gets there. More power on the header. That's nestling into the bottom right corner. It's a good chance for City. Great vision from Rodri to find Jesus. Peels away from his marker. Just a little bit more speed on the bounce when he heads it down. That's going into the bottom right corner, but Henderson gets there. And it's Sheffield United 0. Manchester City 0. Close for Jesus. Wasn't quite close enough. But the clearance from Henderson goes towards Mousset. Laporte can win the header, but only as far as George Baldock on the right hand side. Chris Basham now on the ball. Besic, Baldock, keeping the ball away from Sterling nicely. Goes back to Besic. Ball over the top, trying to find Basham, the overlapping centre back. Can find Zinchenko. He hooks it over his head only as far as McBurney. Basham, Mo Besic, back heels it nicely to Basham. Baldock, nice little triangles here. Over the top, back to McBurney, the striker. Goes back inside to Basham, across goal. Ederson spills it. Mousset with a back heel into the hands of Ederson. He should have pulled it back to his fellow player. I'm not sure who it was. Big chance missed. Ederson gets away with one. It's now Walker on the counter attack. Goes towards the left to Sterling. Poor pass goes out for a Sheffield United throw-in. It's such a good chance for the substitute Lys Mousset. Talking about needing to add goals to his game. Fantastic play on the right though from Sheffield United. Ederson spilt it. He couldn't hit it first time, Mousset. So he has to let it run. Tries to back heel it. Does so well. Gets a decent amount of power on it, but right into Ederson's hands. And City get away with it. As it's De Bruyne now. Goes to the right to Fernandinho. Game starting to open up a little bit. First shot on target though for Sheffield United in the game. Laporte to the left to Zinchenko. Tries to go inside to Mahrez. It's poor, he's forcing it. Baldock can clear. Goes over towards Mousset. He brings it down nicely on the chest, but Laporte covers very nicely and can keep the ball for Manchester City. Fernandinho goes to the right to Kyle Walker. Can he spread his legs? He can, but he's stopped in his tracks by Edna Stevens nicely. Throw-in will be taken. He'll go back towards Fernandinho. You feel like this is a game for creativity for Manchester City to open it up, get the game moving a little bit quicker. As Chelsea have also gone 1-0 up. Jorginho penalty, so it might have been a penalty that David Luiz gave away because the penalty was scored 2 minutes after the red card. Laporte on the ball now, on the left. Goes inside to Mahrez. Back to Laporte. Again, it's just too slow for Manchester City. As it's Rodri. Fernandinho. Brings it forward. Goes inside, trying to find Mahrez. Forcing it again. Cleared away easily by O'Connell. All the way out for a throw-in for City in their own half. But all three centre midfielders for Sheffield United have bookings as well. We feel like this is a game for maybe Bernardo Silva or Gundogan or a Phil Foden, you know, to open up this defence of Sheffield United. As the assistant manager of Manchester City has gone over to Aguero, talking to him. Not sure if he's telling him any instructions or anything before going for a warm up. But it's Fernandinho on the ball on the right. Goes for a through ball to Sterling. He finds him. What a ball! Tries to pull it back, can't do so. Out for a goal kick. It's poor from Sterling. Pep Guardiola was disgusted with the attempt from Sterling. Thinks he should do better than that. It's a fantastic ball though for Fernandinho, right behind centre halves, and Aguero is getting stripped off. Like I said, he looks like he was getting getting some instructions from the assistant manager. Obviously number 10. Obviously he wasn't number 10 for his whole career at City. Got it changed to number 10 in 2015 when Dzeko left the club. Scored his first goal against Swansea on his debut. He's played 360 games for City since then, scoring 251 goals. There's a long ball from Dean Henderson, finds McBurney, lays it off for Besic. It's now Fleck on the left. Edna Stevens tries to dribble past Rodri, can't do so, but he falls to O'Connell. He lays it back to Stevens. Can't go inside to Fleck. City can come away the ball with Mahrez down the right. Tries to prod it down the line towards Jesus. Sheffield United defender there first. And he can play it back to Dean Henderson. Goes long again towards McBurney. Can't win that header. That's been an aerial duel all night. McBurney versus Fernandinho. They need to move this quicker now. Zinchenko. Towards Mahrez. Has to lay it back off to Laporte. Nicholas Otamendi. Kyle Walker down the right. Switches it to left to Mahrez. Fantastic switch once again. Mahrez down the left. In the final third, goes to the edge of the box where it's Rodri, has to prod it to Fernandinho, lays it off to Laporte. Goes to the left to Sterling. Goes inside to Zinchenko, tries to find the 1-2 with Sterling, can't quite do so, intercepted, cleared by Besic. Only as far as Laporte though. Back to Zinchenko, down the line, left to Mahrez. Dangerous area this for City, it's to De Bruyne, overloading this left hand side. To the left to Mahrez, tries to swing across in, nice block from Baldock. Mahrez keeps it in and lays it off to De Bruyne. He's had to Sterling, first time pass away from Laporte, keeping the ball here. Laporte, Mahrez, inside to Sterling on the edge of the box. Inside to Zinchenko in the box, tries to get there on the end of the ball, but ends up giving away a foul because the Sheffield United defender got there first and he just ends up taking him out. And it's a free kick. 67 minutes in, Sheffield United 0, Manchester City 0. My last commentary at the weekend was Newcastle, and that was a 94th minute winner. Could we get one of the same? He tries to get on the ball from a Sterling pass. Couldn't quite do so. Jesus is going to be coming off. He hasn't done enough for me personally. Missed a penalty as well, but not enough movement in general. But the 31-year-old Sergio Aguero is on. Scored 2 at the weekend, so I'm surprised he didn't keep him on, to be fair. Joined City in 2011. Had his Argentina debut aged 18. And his debut was a 3-0 loss to Brazil at the age of 18 for Sergio Aguero, 2006. There's a ball here on the left for Sheffield United. They work it nicely. Fernandinho tries to clear on the right, falls to De Bruyne. He helps it on towards Aguero, chasing the ball down a little bit more than Jesus was there, but the ball goes to Dean Henderson. Takes his time, finds the right kick, goes long towards Lys Mousset. He wins the header on Otamendi, but that header only falls as far as De Bruyne. But hey, Lys Mousset came in from an offside position. Anyway, no more scores anywhere else at any other of the grounds. Thank you, Charlie Messi, and if you're still here, well, thank you for the sub. For subscribing. I'm 1 away from 300, so if you're not subscribed, please just hit that subscribe button. 300 will mean a lot to me, and it'll be a great milestone to hit. It's Otamendi's on the ball, goes to Laporte on the left. Finds Raheem Sterling. Not done enough today, Raheem Sterling. Still going 4 goals without Premier League. 4 games without Premier League goal, but De Bruyne switches out a wide right to Walker in the final third. Finds Mahrez, trying to call on to his left. What can he do? Find some magic here. Magic Mahrez, can he do it? Goes to the edge to De Bruyne, lays it off to Rodri. Goes back towards Zinchenko. Finds Raheem Sterling. Again to Rodri, back to Sterling inside the box. Can he get onto his right? He dinks it in towards Aguero. And Stevens wanted the clearance. And he gets on the end of it. The ball came in towards Aguero, got nowhere near it. And then Stevens didn't get any communication. He wanted to clear it, and he didn't touch him there. Corner's been given, though. He says he said to himself, "Did I touch it?" And I don't think he did. Mahrez in-swinger towards the near post again of Laporte, headed away. It's Walker, Zinchenko. Back to Walker. City keeping men forward. As it's De Bruyne. Takes a touch forward, gets the cross in, easily cleared. 20 minutes to go, still 0-0. Lys Mousset against Walker, can he hold it up? Walker gets there first, can only head it as far as a goal kick. A throw-in for Sheffield United. It's just, I don't know what it is about this game with City. Something just does not feel right. The movement, the speed of the game, just everything about it. It's something, I feel like there's something missing. Throw-in taken, McBurney, Mousse holds it up against Fernandinho. Tries to find the pass, but he finds Mahrez. Walker into Fernandinho. Into Aguero, lays it off for De Bruyne. He finds Rodri in a little bit of space. He tries to lay it off for Zinchenko. Poor pass. Finds Baldock. He will chase the ball straight to the line. Can't quite get there in the end and goes for a City throw-in, fortunately. He's not giving the City players the ball. It's a 2v1 here, Zinchenko and Baldock. Baldock was not giving them the ball. Lee Mason indicating Baldock to give him the ball. Does do so in the end, but you get slowing down the City play. Ederson to Fernandinho. Need more urgency in the play, Manchester City. Fernandinho. Laporte. Otamendi switches it wide right to Walker. Can this be the move that gets City the goal? Walker. Simple ball to De Bruyne. He can't even find him. That's a simple 5-yard pass. It's now Mousse on the ball, holding it up, finding support with John Fleck. Goes to the left to Stevens, back into Fleck. Mousse, one more towards McBurney, back inside. It's Mo Besic now. Finds Stevens, puts the ball in across the box to himself and McBurney on the stretch, and it goes right past him. What a chance for McBurney. I thought it was Mousse who was galloping in to try and get the touch. It's a fantastic cross from Stevens. Sheffield United's got away with one. He would have been well off. I think he would have just offside anyway. Gets a touch on it, McBurney, as well. Just couldn't quite get there. Unmarked, McBurney gets a foot on it. Couldn't quite steer it goalwards. What a chance. But we continue anyway. And that's probably Sheffield United's first proper major big chance of the game. And it's come in the 72nd minute. Walker, Mahrez, Fernandinho. Goes to Otamendi. Laporte. On the left, inside the Sheffield United half. Goes back to Otamendi. Fernandinho. Inside to Kyle Walker. Drills it into Sterling. Takes a touch. Goes to De Bruyne on the right, inside the box. Tries to find Aguero, and he's there to top it in from 2 yards out. Aguero bags a goal. His 252nd for the club. And the deadlock is broken at Bramall Lane. It's a fantastic work goal. Just a little bit of urgency, like I've been saying for the last 73 minutes from City. They finally do so, and they find the opening for the goal. And it's that man Aguero, 3 goals in his last 2 games. Walker has the ball on the far right. Goes inside to Sterling, takes a touch, finds De Bruyne on the right. Takes one touch, goes through, finds Aguero, unmarked. The cross couldn't be stopped by Egan. Dean Henderson couldn't get there in time as well. And on the left foot from literally 2, 3, 4 yards out, he pokes it home with the left boot. And it's Manchester City who take the lead. You can't say it hasn't been coming. That was sort of identical to McBurney's chance. But just that ball was right in front of Aguero for easy tapping. De Bruyne, his 12th. No, it's not his 12th assist. It's his 15th assist of the season for Kevin De Bruyne. And City have taken the lead. 1-0. Vital goal for City as we continue here with Mahrez on the ball as we return to action. Sterling lays it back off to Mahrez. Laporte. De Bruyne. Just goes back to Otamendi. Now City will seriously start slowing down the play. You know, they'll want these 3 points, especially after Saturday, after such a disappointing draw. It's Rodri. Walker going backwards. It's a poor pass. It's complacent. Fernandinho gets there and sleeves. He blushes for him. And it's Otamendi. To Fernandinho, to walk back to Fernandinho. No press really from Sheffield United, not rushing. They have got 15 minutes plus added on time, or 15 minutes and 30 seconds plus added on time. As De Bruyne has the ball. You think City might need a second, to really just consolidate the 3 points here. There's Otamendi, goes to the right back, Walker. Lays it off for Sterling. He's on the right this time. Looking for a pass. Goes inside to De Bruyne. Otamendi. Teleport on the left, just inside City's half. Just keeping it back to Otamendi. Fernandinho to Rodri, just near the halfway line. Finds Walker. Rodri. Walker. Back over towards Otamendi. Kevin De Bruyne. Otamendi. Laporte. Just keeping the ball in Manchester City. Zinchenko dummies it for Mahrez. Goes back to Laporte. Otamendi. Fernandinho. You feel like these are passes just waiting for a move to be sprung on Sheffield United, maybe out of nowhere, thinking City are just going to take it easy, and then they spring into life. De Bruyne goes to the right to Walker. Some space is starting to arrive here for City. Tries to take on Stevens there. Walker gets tripped up. Foul for Manchester City in a dangerous crossing area, to be fair, for Manchester City here. Walker tried to take him on, just gets caught. Tried to continue, stayed on his feet, but there was no advantage, unfortunately. And this is a prime De Bruyne crossing area on the right in the final third. I'd be surprised if Mahrez takes this, to be fair, even though he stood over it. It's going to be Mahrez with the ball. It's a ball found. Oh, finds the header, Jack O'Connell. Good header, but can only head it as far as a corner for Manchester City. Mahrez will take. Laporte has played 77 minutes. See if he gets taken off. See, going to be an in-swinger from Mahrez towards Rodri. Flicks it on towards the back post on the roof of the net. Laporte was there. I think Laporte signalling a change. Laporte, I think, just wants to come off. Don't think it's injury-based. I think it is. He just wants some respite. He seems to be just limping a little bit. I don't think it's with his knee. I think it's just the general tiredness of the game. He seems to be signalling to his teammates that he's okay. Gets a very warm round of applause from the Manchester City faithful as he applauds back to them, and Eric Garcia will enter. But I think Laporte had just had enough. I think that was his the furthest he could go, and that is 78 minutes played for Laporte. Very promising signs for Manchester City. It's exactly what they would have wanted, as it's going to be a double change here for Sheffield United. I think Callum Robinson will come on, the Republic of Ireland international. He comes on. I'm not sure who for. It's not quite signalled yet. Mo Besic will come off as well. So Basham is off as well. So Lundstrom on, Robinson on. I think they're the only two changes he's made. So Besic off, as the ball's going to be not long, and also the ball's not long towards Sterling. George Baldock gets there first and just lays it off to the keeper, Dean Henderson. Take a touch and then clear with the right boot. It's a poor clearance, out for a City throw-in, just towards the halfway line. Thank you for everyone who stuck around. Consistent 7 viewers tonight. That's very good, strong number, to be fair. And we have 301 subscribers. Thank you very much for 300 subscribers. Yeah, it means a lot. And I'm very thankful for the amount of people who subscribed. So yeah, Basham and Besic off. Lundstrom, Robinson on. There's a clearance there from, I think, Ederson couldn't be kept in by Mahrez. It's actually a free kick for offside on Mahrez. Is now Sheffield United has the ball. It's going to be a last edgy 10-11 minutes for City here, plus added on time. Ball goes on towards Leeds Mousset. Fernandinho tries to clear. Otamendi helps with it, and also Rodri does. Tries to find Mahrez, does so. Held on to Aguero, he flicks it on nicely. It's now Sterling. Can he get on the counter-attack and get the second goal? Aguero now on the ball. Goes to the right to Mahrez. Chances are opening up here, they're inside the box. Mahrez onto his left foot, shot blocked. As far as Rodri. About 30 yards out from goal. Goes to the right to De Bruyne. Walker. Mahrez. To De Bruyne. Just in that right back area. Just working their way back. To Fernandinho. to Otamendi. Switches it wide left towards Zinchenko. Chests it down beautifully. Pressured by 2 Sheffield United players here, but finds the ball inside to Otamendi, inside the City half. Fernandinho. Inside to De Bruyne, first time ball to Mahrez. Rodri. De Bruyne. You feel like City are taking this at a slow pace, but then also you feel like they need to take it at a bit of a quicker pace and maybe get this second goal. That second goal will give immense breathing space for Manchester City. As Ederson has the ball, will clear it long to the right. Tries to find Kyle Walker, he applauds the attempt, but couldn't quite execute it that well. Just goes out for a Sheffield United throw in their own half. So Connell with the throw in. Goes into Fleck. He can't lay it back off to the throw with Taker. Throw in for City, but John Fleck, debut for Rangers at the age of 16, was quite promising. That was in 2008. He's made two Scotland caps and made debut on the 10th of October 2019 in a 4-0 defeat to Russia. As it's Eric Garcia now on the ball. Goes to Ederson. Goes to the right to Fernandinho. Can't keep it in. Poor pass. Throw in for Sheffield United in a very attacking, dangerous area. Edna Stevens will take. We'll go back towards O'Connell. Back out wide left to Edna Stevens. We'll go inside. Will he? Yes, he will to Norwood. Heavy touch from Norwood and it falls to Sterling, and City spring into a counter attack. And I think it was Sterling who was tripped in the making of that counter attack. And then as the sort of the counter attack slowed down due to the foul, Aguero totally stopped play, stood still and didn't take on the advantage. Oh, took his foot right out, slowed the attack down as Sergio Aguero sort of stunned the ball and said, look, we'll take the free kick. And I think he was expecting a yellow card, maybe that's why he stopped the play. It wasn't given. But it's a free kick on the right, I think just inside City's half it is. Guardiola out his seat, complaining about something as De Bruyne goes over the top to Aguero. Nice ball, well found Aguero inside the corner flag, tackled nicely by Egan, and a free kick for Manchester. A throw in for Manchester City in a very attacking area inside the Sheffield United half. As a yellow card's been given, I'm not sure who for. Not been shown. That might have been for Aguero for kicking the ball just over the advertising boards. Didn't kick it very far, but you could clearly see he was trying to make a throw in. As Guardiola was having a discussion with, it looks like Sheffield United's assistant coach. It's a shame I can't hear what they're saying or can't hear what the TVs are saying. But because BT Sport will know more than me, because I've actually got someone there reporting on stuff like that. As Rodri's taken down as a free kick, despite the protest of the Sheffield United fans and players. And McBurney, trying to argue to the ref, walks himself right into the book, gets a yellow card. About 45, 50 yards out here, City on the right hand side. Not sure how they're going to take this the corner free kick, to be honest. I don't think they'll go inside the box. Sorry about that. Yeah, Sergio Aguero getting booked just for a little, just kicked the ball over the advertising boards when he went out, but Mahrez will whipping a ball towards Otamendi at the back post, comes in behind, had to be headed behind by McBurney. It was a dangerous run by Otamendi. His intent was to definitely get his head on that ball, and he nearly did so. 84th minute, Kevin De Bruyne over the corner on the left hand side. It'll be an in-swinger if he puts it in. He will put it in. Garcia in the box, Otamendi, Aguero. It's a great ball into a dangerous area, but headed away by Sheffield United man. Fleck, poor header away to the left to Sterling. He's inside the box, going to try and take on the Sheffield United defence. He keeps going. Sterling towards the near post, just wide. He's trying to break his Premier League scoring duck with a goal. And he could have had one there. He strolled into the box here nicely. Went past one defender, two defender, three defender, 4, 5. Then gets a shot away, hits Dean Henderson's water bottle and goes wide for a goal kick. It's unfortunate from Sterling. Remains 1-0. As a long ball goes over Rodri and falls to Otamendi. Clearance from Zinchenko isn't convincing enough. Lundstrom comes back in from an offside position, unfortunately. I see the free kick for Manchester City as we hit the 85th minute. Free kick will be taken by Ederson. City really do just need to see this out. Ederson will go to the right hand side towards Walker. He's put way too much on it again. Ederson, and it'll be a Sheffield United throw in just inside their own half. Stevens will go down the line towards McBurney, headed over his head. Fernandinho can win the header forward. Finds McBurney, who heads it back on towards Otamendi. He heads it forward towards De Bruyne on the right hand side. And he's already started to sprint forward here for City. Goes inside towards Sterling. Aguero dummied it for Sterling. He couldn't quite get there. I think a Sheffield United defender got there first. He did. And they'll go out for a Manchester City corner. There could have been a goal there. Bournemouth 3-1 up. A massive 3 points for Eddie Howe. Aston Villa got a goal back. 1-1 against Watford. 1-0 at half time for Chelsea Arsenal. It's going to be a corner towards the near post here. Played short, gone back to De Bruyne. Sterling. Just keeping it in the corner here, try to shield off Sheffield United players, but couldn't quite do so. And a clearance from Sheffield United player comes off, a City player go out for a goal kick. Stevens goes long towards Mousset. Can bring it down, but as far as Rodri, he finds De Bruyne on the counter attack. Now slows the ball down and goes to Fernandinho. Kevin De Bruyne just goes back to Kyle Walker. He sends it long first time, not really directed towards anyone and can be brought down easily. Long again. Sorry, I just had to do this 1 second. 2 seconds, sorry about this. As we enter the play again with Sheffield United on the ball, going long again to the right hand side to Lundstrom. He brings it down nicely against Zinchenko. He'll whip the cross in towards McBurney, prodded away by Garcia. And Mahrez can get on the counter attack once again. You feel like City need a goal, and they could get one here. Sterling, Mahrez, Aguero's over to his left. He's got De Bruyne and Sterling to his right. It's going to go to Sterling. First time shot. Blocked, hits Sterling into the face, goes out for a goal kick. It's an unfortunate scene of events there for City, but Sheffield United end up with a goal kick with 2 minutes to go plus added on time. Stomach. Dean Henderson will go with the goal kick, goes long. It's going to be towards McBurney again, I think. Yes, it is, but Zinchenko wins the header only as far as Baldock. He calms it down and goes back to the defence. It looks like they're going to a 4 at the back here, Sheffield United, as the clearance is slipped by Egan, but it falls nicely to Lundstrom. He goes over the top, trying to find Mousset, nicely cleared by Otamendi. He finds Mahrez, lays it off for De Bruyne. Goes back inside to Mahrez. He's central of the pitch. He's got Aguero to the right of him. He's going to go on his own. He keeps going, Mahrez. He enters the box. Can he get a shot away? Goes inside onto his right. Gets a shot away. Blocks nicely from a Sheffield United man. And goes out for a throw-in the final third. And it looks like George Baldock's gone down and holding his leg. Or maybe even knee. Looks like he's holding his knee there, George Baldock, when getting back. De Bruyne's been given man of the match by BT Sport. There hasn't been many good performers. It's been quite an even game. There hasn't been like a standout. Obviously, De Bruyne got the fantastic assist, so for that, I see why they give him man of the match. But I think just for the sake of how well he's played on his return, I'm going to personally give it to Laporte. I think he was consistent throughout, despite missing 30 games, no competitions, and missing so many months of Premier League action. To play 78 minutes the way he did, I think is fantastic. So he's my man of the match, but I can obviously see why De Bruyne was giving it great in that midfield, passing it nicely, and obviously got a fantastic assist. But I'm going to give mine to Laporte. George Baldock down injured here. He's going to get up. I think he's just limping. I'm not sure what's wrong. Again, I don't hear what's wrong with these players. It's like he's just he's limping off here. So it looks like he's rubbing his left knee. It might be a collision or something. Because obviously, I'd have the commentary on the BT Sport, but obviously I'll get copyrighted, and we don't want that. I just want to know what's going on here. Goes off injured. I'm not sure if he'll be replaced. But Kyle Walker's with a throw in here in the attacking area for City. Go down the line towards Sergio Aguero, and that corner flag now wins a corner nicely for Manchester City as well. We've got 4 minutes added on. We've already played 30 seconds of it. 3.5 minutes to go. City are 1-0 up and they have a corner. Substitution is going to be taken. Bernardo Silva is going to be coming on. The former Monaco Benfica player. And Sterling will be replaced. Quite interesting, Bernardo Silva made his Portugal debut on the 31st of March 2015 against Cape Verde. Bet you've never heard of that country. But they lost 2-0. But since then he's gone on to get 33 caps and have 6 goals. So the Portuguese is quite the experienced player. Applauds Raheem Sterling off the pitch again. He's gone 5 games now without a goal in the league. He had a good chance in the first half as well to get that goal, but it just wasn't quite his night, unfortunately. Mahrez goes short to De Bruyne, who's in the corner. Tries to get another corner, tries to deflect it, but just sends it to a Sheffield United man. They go along towards Oliver McBurney, asking too much of him, goes out for a throw-in for Manchester City. And Kyle Walker will take 302 subscribers. Smashing. Well, ball's taken long towards Aguero. He can't win the header. And Stevens will clear down the left. Ottoman with a strong header. He's also had a fantastic game. Aguero pushing the back there. Free kick to Sheffield United on the halfway line. On the left-hand side, could this be the last chance saloon for Sheffield United, as they have 2 minutes left of added on time to maybe nick a goal? High line from Manchester City. Chris Wilder pushing their men forward. Dean Henderson goes long. Ederson comes to clear, punches away nicely to Aguero. Now De Bruyne trying to get on the counter-attack, mixed up with Aguero. They're in behind it. Luis Moussa on the right-hand side. Cross blocks by Eric Garcia. Sorry for the noise. De Bruyne is on the left now. Tries to get past George Baldock, who's come back and he seems fine, sprinting well. It's Dean Henderson he goes back to, and he'll send it long as a slice clearance. Hasn't quite gone long enough. Fernandinho wins the header, but that only falls as far as Norwood. O'Connell, this is what I mean when I said a family member was returning back to the house. It's happened now. There's a long ball towards, I'm not even sure who that was towards. It's gone all the way over to Ederson, and with a minute left of additional time, it is Sheffield United 0, Manchester City 1. It's been a very close game, very compact, lack of chances. But when the chances came, Ederson took it. Chris Wilder not happy with the time taken to take that, for Ederson to kick the ball out there. As he's gone all the way towards O'Connell, right towards his corner flag. He has to clear only as far as a Manchester City throw-in with 30 seconds to go. This could be it. Sorry for that noise as well. I apologise. I just don't want to mute because it's quite an important part of the game. It's Aguero now on the ball. On the right, he's going to head towards the corner flag. He's going to keep going. He's going to try and pull it back, is he? He's going to keep going. He's in the box. Pulls it back to Rodri, who strikes wide. Quite wide as well. Mahrez was there. He's probably the better option. Rodri had the attempt with 10 seconds to go, and it did go wide. I think it was always curling wide as well. Got enough power on it though. And the goal kick will be taken. We've played the 4 minutes added on, and surely this will be a massive 3 points for Manchester City. Dean Henderson places the ball down, kicks it far. Lee Mason hasn't blown his whistle yet. He goes all the way towards Kyle Walker, who clears first time. The ball keeps trickling. We still play 25 seconds of added on time. Extra. Dean Henderson has another chance to clear it. He needs to hurry up here, Dean Henderson. He goes long. Lee Mason still hasn't blown his whistle. Long ball in towards Moussa. He needs to be dealt with here for City. Lundstrom. Foul given on Lundstrom about 30, 35 yards out, and this is the last chance for Sheffield United to get a chance We're 45 seconds over additional time. We're still playing. Guardiola and his assistants furious, rightly so. Foul shouldn't have even been given away by De Bruyne. It was poor from him, really. And if Sheffield United can nick a draw from this, it'll be one of the results of the season so far. It's going to be put in from Norwood towards the back post. It's going to fall all the way. It's in. It's an acrobatic attempt. It's a shot blocks. It's a foul given on Manchester City. No, it's not. That's going to end the game. It's full time. Sheffield United 0, Manchester City 1. It ends. Chaos at the back there for City as the free kick went in. They just tried to clear it. They did so. The whistle went, and they have been given all 3 points in a very tough away game to go to. City obviously been struggling with the defence, and the Laporte returns, a clean sheet has been kept. And just talking about other results here, Everton 2-0 up and have choked their lead in the 94th minute here. They were 2-0 up, and now they're 2-2 at home at Goodison Park. Lejeune has made it 2-2 in the 94th minute, I think, unless someone scored in the 96th minute. Imagine that, Newcastle scoring 94th and 96th. But more importantly in this game, City have come out victorious with a 73rd minute goal from Aguero, assisted by De Bruyne. And if you want to stick around, we're doing another extra 40. Well, we're going to do the rest of the Chelsea game, which is in the 51st minute. So if you want to stay around for that, sure. If this is all you wanted to come and see, thanks for listening. It's a successful stream. I'll try and get the chat sorted out. It was working at the start, but then for some reason decided that it doesn't want to work anymore. So I don't have much control over that, unfortunately. But it's a fantastic result from Manchester City. Sheffield United will be gutted, but we've got to remember Jesus had a penalty saved in the first half as well. Oh my word, Newcastle scored in the 94th minute with Lejeune, and then 95th minute with Isaac Hayden again. What a turnaround. Love to see how that had happened. And Southampton have beat Crystal Palace 2-0, who got that draw against City. They've gone and lost. Wow, that Everton game. And it's full time. It's Lejeune with the double. The French centre-back got both goals, not Isaac Hayden. Wow. Incredible scenes. So it's full time here at Bramall Lane. Remember, get in contact with Instagram if you want to ask any questions. I'm just going to quickly change this. We're going to change over games. Just very quickly, we're going to edit the title as well. Thank you for all the subscribers that joined today. There we go. Right, we're going to move on now to the Chelsea Arsenal game. I've made no notes for this because I just thought it'd be a nice additional thing for people to listen to if they can't watch the game. Who would have thought that Newcastle result though? 94th, 95th minute goals by the same centre back. Really crazy end to the game that must have been. Mental. Just going to quickly try and catch up with anything I've missed, if any of you are messaging me or anything. So I'm going to do a bit more of a relaxed commentary as well. So I won't be like going full details, you know, telling you every event. I'll just keep looking at it. I wish I could just talk to you in the chat. Looks like Guendouzi's going to come on here for Arsenal with Arteta. Like Xhaka on the ball. Looks like he's filled in at centre back here. Yeah, he has. Because obviously Del Luiz got sent off in the first half. Just want to make sure everything's okay. Everything is Martinelli gets the ball here, tries to flick it on towards Lacazette, and Lacazette gets there, asks for poor communication. Christensen comes over and recovers and goes out for a Arsenal throw-in. Apparently Mustafi may have been at fault for the goal, as Ozil will come off for Guendouzi, so it's a defensive substitution despite being 1-0 down. Or is it Ozil coming off? Yeah, doesn't look very impressed. He does now come off the pitch. But I haven't seen that David Luiz red card yet, so I don't know if it was. Sorry. Sorry, we have N'Golo Kante on the ball though on the right to Hudson-Odoi, goes inside to Kovacic. Just on the halfway line, entering the Arsenal half, goes left to Willian, running at Hector Bellerin, cuts in onto his right. He's going to have the shot, as he knows he's going to dummy another player, then spray it out wide right to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Goes back outside to Willian, first time ball into the back stick, headed down towards Kovacic, tried to power the Canio type move, claims for handball, but Arsenal can clear. To their right to Nicolas Pepe against Antonio Rudiger. Goes back to Guendouzi, touches it towards Hector Bellerin. And he lets it go because I think it came off a Chelsea player first. Well, it's actually a free kick given on Pepe. I didn't quite see what happened there, if I'm going to be completely honest. So Rudiger on the ball, bringing it out for Chelsea. Goes to his centre-back partner Christensen. Spilicueta. Hudson-Odoi down the right to Kante. Hudson-Odoi again. Met with a strong tackle by Granit Xhaka, fairly deemed by the referee. Goes out for a Chelsea throw-in. But I can't get over that Newcastle result. I really want to see what happened. Lejeune, 94th minute, and then a 95th minute goal to get the draw. That is ridiculous. This is Chelsea have the ball with Rudiger at the centre half. Goes to Christensen. Sprays it out wide right nicely to Hudson-Odoi. Gets it over the Arsenal players' heads for it to get to him. Hudson-Odoi. Kante. Aspilicueta goes inside to Jorginho. Falls back to Aspilicueta. Keeps it on. Nice skill, wins the throw in as well. Headed. Through to Christensen. He goes to Rudiger. Quickly switches it to the left. To Emerson. Kovacic. Inside to Jorginho. Sprays it far wide left to Willian. Against Bellerin. Goes for the overlap of Emerson. Ball across the box. Cleared away by Xhaka. Nearly falls to the feet of Willian. Can't keep it under control. Goes behind him to Kovacic, who can recycle the ball. Ball switched back out wide left to Willian. Can he find the right cross? Goes back to Emerson though, to Kovacic. About 30 yards out is Christensen. Not going to shoot. Going to go to Aspilicueta. He dummies it for Hudson-Odoi. Finds an underlap of Aspilicueta across the box. Nicely held by Leno. It's a dangerous cross drilled low by Aspilicueta, but nicely held by Leno. Going to see David Luiz's red card now. Mustafi with a poor back pass. Tammy Abraham in behind. Goes round the keeper. Going to score. Taken down by David Luiz. He was the last man. So that was a red card according to the ref. As Emerson is in behind. Dinked in towards Saka, who heads it away for Arsenal. Forced to Willian on the edge of the box. No fouls of the ref. Pepe can go on the counter-attack. It's Lacazette. Touch. Taken down by Christensen. Yellow card for Christensen. So stupid by David Luiz though. They should have really just let Tammy Abraham go around the keeper and score and keep 10 men. Yeah, seriously stupid though. By David Luiz, that foul. Oh, was not needed in the slightest. Continue play. Just got half an hour to go with this game. Lacazette was taken down quite heavily, to be fair. Saka has the throw-in. Lacazette goes for a fantastic switch to the right to Pepe. Pepe tries to find the ball in towards Martinelli, nicely intercepted by Christensen. And that clearance goes all the way to Willian on the left of Chelsea. Beats Hector Bellerin nicely. Goes to the left to Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham on the far left now is going to run at Granit Xhaka. Good tackle from Granit Xhaka. Wins the ball, but it's a Chelsea throw-in that he commits. Tries to cut in onto his right there, Abraham, but he's nicely tackled by Xhaka. Throw-in though goes to Kovacic. Jorginho Kovacic. Wide left to Willian. Emerson. No attempts in the game so far for Arsenal. How embarrassing is that? 11 for Chelsea, 3 on target. It's Hudson-Odoi on the right. Drills it across the box, cleared away again by Granit Xhaka. Christensen on the ball. Goes back to Rudiger. Jorginho. Back to Rudiger. All Chelsea, especially with that 10 men as well. It's going to be even harder for Arsenal to get back into the game. Playing it around the midfield here, way too easily here, Chelsea. This is Kovacic, goes to the right to Christensen. Lays it off for Hudson-Odoi. Closed down by 2 Chelsea men, but can keep it. Rudiger brings it forward. Willian tries to go inside towards Kovacic, tackled. Forced to Lacazette, who has to try and hold it up. He gets tackled by Kante. It's now Willian. Finds Emerson, who can put it across goal. Yes, he can. It's blocked nicely, I think, by Mustafi for the cross. As it's Willian on the ball. Goes back towards Emerson. Gets another crossing, cleared away again by Mustafi. Out for a Chelsea throw. Try to find Chelsea goal. I think it's a penalty. So he did score from the penalty, yeah. Forgot about that. This Christensen goes to the right to Hudson-Odoi. Jorginho. Rudiger to Willian. On the left. Gets a crossing, Guendouzi can block out for a corner. I want to try and find Newcastle's last minute goals as well. But the ball will be put in, it's an in-swinger. Ball towards Abraham, he can't win it, headed away. Panic on the counter attack for Martinelli. Oh, it's too heavy touch, but Kante slips and Martinelli's all the way through. Arsenal can register their first shot, and it's a goal, their first shot. What a counter-attack from the 18-year-old Brazilian Martinelli. And it's Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1. Mistake from N'Golo Kante means he slips. It's Arsenal's first shot on goal. And it ends up in the 63rd minute, and it's a goal. Caught out on the break. It was headed away. Then Martinelli got straight onto it. Fair enough. Fair play to him. Headed away from Mustafi. Martinelli on it first. Heavy touch. Too heavy touch. That's when you think Kante's going to get it. Then he slips on the centre circle. Then Martinelli all the way through. Slots it past Kepa Arrizabalaga. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1. First shot on target and on goal. Wow. Unbelievable scenes. It's a great counter-attacking goal for Arsenal. Obviously came from a massive error from N'Golo Kante. But still, he had to have the composure to finish it. Antonio Rudiger brings it forward for Chelsea. It's to Willian on the left. Trying to find some space, goes down the left, trying to find a cross, keeps it in just on the byline, goes back to Emerson, he'll cross it, it's poor, Mustafi can head away, or he's far, it's Kovacic, lays off at Emerson on the left, Willian, Kovacic to Rudiger, about 35 yards out, he'll end up shooting from goal, for 4-goal, easily saved from Leno. Poor really from Rudiger, he's never going in. You know, you can always try from that range, but the chances of it going in are very low. As it's Arsenal try to play out from the back, cleared, comes off a Chelsea man. Arsenal throw, Ross Barkley will be substituted. Arsenal fans in full voice after that equaliser. Rightly so, even though they've played shocking, it looks like. That was their first shot on target. Well, not first shot on target, first shot on goal. Which means it's been quite a one-sided game. Kovacic will come off for Barkley. That was Maurizio Sarri's like go-to substitution. Looks like Lejeune scored a bicycle kick for one of his goals. I'm not sure which one it was. Don't know if it was like his first goal to make it 2-1 a second, but wow. Scenes at Goodison Park. Aspilicueta on the ball in the right back position. Tries to find Abraham. Tries to be intercepted, so he falls over all the Arsenal centre backs towards Abraham, but Guendouzi can recover. Guendouzi tries to head it into the path of Lacazette. He can't do so, and Ross Barkley comes out with the ball. He's going to shoot with the left foot, blocked. Falls to Lacazette. Now Guendouzi dragged to the floor, looking like he was dragged to the floor with by his hair by N'Golo Kante, and it's a free kick to Arsenal. Let's see here. Kante now just pulls him over. For a 5'6" man, Kante is very strong in physical. Free kick will be taken by Leno. Go long to the left hand side. Aspilicueta pushes out Martinelli in the back, but nothing given. Martinelli comes out the ball, poor touch, clears it. Out for a throw in though. Christensen now with the ball to Rudiger. Gonna keep coming out, the ball goes to the left to Emerson. Emerson to Rudiger. To Christensen. Hudson-Odoi. Goes inside to Kante, tries to turn, falls. He's going to try and keep going here. Leno comes out and collects. Nice goalkeeping and defended from Arsenal. Oh, and Jack has gone down injured as well. And Lucas Torreira. Not great, not something you want to see. Your makeshift centre-back and your CDM both down. Not sure how the injuries were sustained. Torreira seems to sort of ran into Kante. Then I'm not sure about Xhaka's free injury. She used to be side Torreira. Kante did go right into his side, to be fair, full on. Not meaning to, obviously just try to break through. Obviously this is a bit more of a laid back commentary, that's why I'm just looking at my phone every now and then. I'm just trying to have a look at these Newcastle goals. I've seen one was a scissor kick apparently. As Mason Mount comes on for Chelsea. I'm not sure if Torreira was was brought off or not. Mustafi though goes with a long right-footed switch towards Martinelli, nicely read by Aspilicueta. Ross Barkley being pressured by Lacazette and Torreira, and he loses the ball in a dangerous position. It's Martinelli, lays it off for Saka on the left-hand side. Tries to get a cross in, tries to, deflected off by Aspilicueta, out for a corner. Promising for Arsenal. Arsenal fans in full voice. Looks like it's going to be an outswinger from Nicolas Pepe. For 102 subscribers. Fantastic. Nicolas Pepe, outswinger. Towards nobody and cleared away first time. I think by Aspilicueta. Here fall to Bellerin. Here flick over the head of Mason Mount. Try to find Torreira, who's back on. Torreira hooks it to the left towards Nicolas Pepe. Try and head it onto Martinelli. He can't win the header, but that header won by Aspilicueta goes straight out for a throw in for Arsenal. Guendouzi. Try to bring the ball forward. Does so. Ball goes long. Falls to an Arsenal man. Now Xhaka. Leno now. He's going to distribute it to the left towards Saka, and he's perfectly done so. Against Ross Barkley. Finds a fantastic through ball to Martinelli on the left hand side. He's got the pace on Christensen. Can he make it 2 shots, 2 goals? Martinelli has to pull it back. Tries to find Lacazette. Intercepted by Jorginho. Cleared first time by Kepa. 72nd minute, 1-1. Guendouzi with a big tackle. Finds Pepe on the right. Stops. Tries to find some space. And does so and finds Lacazette in space. He's onside, referee! Lacazette finishes it. I think the linesman may have it wrong. Have to have a look on that one. Looked like someone tried to play him on. Ah, he's well offside. I am so wrong. He's about 5 yards offside. So yeah, he was offside, to be fair. As the attack continues for Chelsea, Arsenal can clear towards Lacazette, tries to hold it up, but it falls to Jorginho. He'll lay it off to his centre-back Christensen, over to Rudiger. On the left to Emerson. Mount. Emerson. Back to Rudiger. Goes towards Christensen. Aspilicueta. Hudson-Odoi. On the right. Going to keep going. He's going to try and find a cross. He'll pull it back to Aspilicueta. To Ross Barkley, he'll put a first time ball in towards Willian, pulls it back towards Tammy Abraham, can't get the shot away, cleared. Torreira can clear nicely. Ross Barkley once again. Gonna go and look for this right hand side of Hudson-Odoi. Try to take on Martinelli, does so, crosses, headed nicely from Xhaka. Cleared away. Only as far as, well, no one, because no one's up there for Arsenal in an attacking position. So looks like Torreira, is it, who's gone down with now cramp? Or is it Martinelli? I can't quite see from here. Not sure who it is down with cramp. I think it's Torreira or Martinelli. I'm not sure who it is. Play continues though with Rudiger to Emerson on the left. Goes to Willian. Tries to find a free ball towards Mason Mount. Poor, straight out for a goal kick. For real Leno. Looks like Maitland-Niles is going to enter the pitch. Mustafi goes for a header against Abraham, doesn't win it. The ball trickles towards Mason Mount. Guendouzi, just kicks him. The Chelsea faithful are fuming. Players surrounding. Guendouzi didn't go for the maul there, just went to kick out at the man. Yellow card given. Just kicks out at Mount, not like out of frustration, just tries to stop the attack. Emerson will be the one to put the ball in from the free kick. High line, as always, like every team does. Christensen joins the attack. Emerson, the left-footed in-swinger. High towards Abraham, wins the header straight at Leno. Easy save. Clear by Leno. To Martinelli, can't win the header. Falls to a Chelsea man. Ross Barkley then found Rudiger. To Emerson. Jorginho. Mount. Back out to Jorginho. Ross Barkley inside the Chelsea half. He goes to Aspilicueta on the right. Side to Hudson-Odoi. Ross Barkley. Crossed in, it's cleared by Saka. It's a dangerous cross by Emerson towards the back post. Rudiger on the ball, goes to Ross Barkley. Dinks it towards the left to Emerson. He lets it run, can keep the ball in. Go back to Mason Mount. Tries to get a ball across the box, headed away by Mustafi. Rudiger to Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley on the edge of the box. It's a nice tackle from Lacazette. Worked well to get back. And the counter attack could be on. Lacazette tries to find a through ball towards Pepe. It's poor, straight to Rudiger. Willian now on the left, starting a counter attack. Willian goes back to Jorginho. Back to Willian. Willian, nice tackle from Bellerin, had to time it right. "120 seconds between Newcastle's goals." Wow. Willian just come off for Batshuayi. So an extra striker on up there with Tammy Abraham. It's going to be a ball put in. It's going to be an outswinger by Emerson on the left foot. Ball in. Headed away to the edge of the area where Ross Barkley can strike. It's a shocking shot. Headed away by Arsenal as far as a throw in. That was a shocking shot from Ross Barkley. We've Hudson-Odoi. Christensen. Jorginho on the ball. Dinks it in towards Ross Barkley. Flicks it behind him. What a save with the right glove of Leno. It's a corner to Arsenal. Dinked in nicely into Ross Barkley. Had to sort of like do the header while looking the opposite direction. Glanced it on. A nice strong one-handed save by Leno. It was goal bound, that's for sure. They're looking to bring on Rob Holding at the back. Nicolas Pepe being substituted for the central midfield, for the central defender. Pepe getting told by the ref to hurry up. Is he taking his time? Rob Holding coming on. See to help defend this 1-1 draw they've got in their hands. See, with 10 men, they'll love to get a 1-1 draw. They'll definitely take this Mikel Arteta. Ross Barkley goes short. Towards Hudson-Odoi. Dinks it in the box. Had nicely headed away by Rob Holding doing his job. Out front of the corner though. Emerson with an in-swinger. Who will he find? Nice cross in to an Arsenal head though. Can they get on the counter-attack here? Torreira heads it to the left to Martinelli. Trying to out-strengthen Hudson-Odoi. Does so. Batshuayi tries to pressure. Wins the ball back for Chelsea though. Fran Lampard barking out instructions to his team as Antonio Rudiger gets on the ball. Just 8 minutes to go. Plus added on time. Hudson-Odoi. Checks back, goes to Barkley. Hudson-Odoi switches it towards Rudiger. Emerson. Ball in by Mount. Forced Azpilicueta. Chested it towards Batshuayi. Calls him offside on Azpilicueta. And yep, the referee gives it. Free kick for Arsenal inside their own box, just near the penalty spot. And it will go towards Martinelli. Azpilicueta wins the header towards Hudson-Odoi. His header falls to Guendouzi. He's fouled by Mason Mount. Inside the Chelsea half, wins a free kick. I think Mason Mount knew who that was, decided to leave a little bit more on it. Ball put in by Torreira, flicked on by Mustafi, won by Martinelli. Lacazette tries to head it towards Rob Holding, before to Emerson as Rob Holding made a different kind of run, and the ball evaded him. It's Tammy Abraham now on the left, drag on the counter attack. He's going to run at Mustafi. He's going to keep running at Mustafi. Going to be trying to get past Hector Bellerin. Rob Holding gets there, and I think he'll just go out straight for a goal kick. Abraham looks like he's been fouled here, or at least injured. Well, on a great run down the left, just too many heavy touches. And then he just sort of slid into the advertising boards, and the shin sort of caught, and his shin just battered into the advertising boards. It's okay though, back on his feet, although limping, and the ball goes all the way through and it's in. It's Azpilicueta. I don't know if it'll stand. There've got to be shouts of offside there when Abraham was coming back onto the pitch. Abraham's down injured, he can't continue. But as it stands, Azpilicueta has won the derby for Chelsea 2-1. It seemed like there may be an offside there because as the ball was put in, Tammy Abraham was coming back in from an offside position. Abraham's back on his feet and he's fine, joining in with the celebrations. Ball put in, Tammy Abraham coming back in from an offside position. Azpilicueta is 100% onside. And Azpilicueta toe pokes it in. If that Tammy Abraham run doesn't count as interfering with play or objecting the line of sight of the goalkeeper, then that's going to be a goal. Right down low to Leno's right, so he couldn't get anywhere near it, to be fair, the German international. But yeah, as it stands, Chelsea 2, Arsenal 1. Yeah, not checked it, kick off, go. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 1. As though they thought they had a 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge. It's all just crumbled around them. Guendouzi comes out with the ball here. That falls to Martinelli on the edge of the box. On the left foot. Goes over to the left. Oh, too much power on it. Saka on the left. Closed down by Hudson-Odoi and Batshuayi. And Chelsea can come out with the ball. But Saka wins it nicely. And he's got a bit of space. He tries to find Lacazette, who's making a run. Poor pass, but falls to Xhaka. On the left to Martinelli. Goes inside to Lacazette. Lays it back off to Martinelli. Tries to find a touch. Tries to find Torreira. Comes out with the ball. Emerson does. And Chelsea can just calm down the play. And he goes along left. Trying to find Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham struggling still from that advertising board injury. That's for sure. He keeps limping around. So ball's put into Lacazette on the right. They're still pushing for this. For some reason the channel's been changed. As it's now Arsenal on the ball to the right. 3.5 minutes to go. Hector Bellerin tries to find the left foot. Shot into the bottom left corner and he's done it! What a goal from the captain, Hector Bellerin! A separate group of Arsenal players have celebrated in front of the away fans. Kepa may have done better with that. He's screaming at his defenders saying they should have gone and closed it down. And within minutes of going behind, they're back in it. All the Arsenal players are in disarray. The ball's put out wide right to Hector Bellerin. You're expected to maybe lay it off to Guendouzi or something. Goes onto his left foot. The shot's allowed to be taken. And he's trickled all the way to the far post. What a finish, by the way. For a right back on his left foot. Around Rudiger. Around Jorginho. Kepa can't keep it out. Right inside the corner. And the Arsenal fans in that away area are going off their head. In the derby as well, when they seemed dead, down and out, Arteta is delighted. And Arsenal have done it. Wow, I did not expect that. But then Arsenal are getting attacked on straight away by Chelsea. Martinelli wins the ball back and keeps the ball in. And Megs Azpilicueta in the same process. As they just need to clear it, and they do. Wow. It's Antonio Rudiger on the ball. Finds Ross Barkley. 88th minute now. Callum Hudson-Odoi finds Azpilicueta on the overlap. Tries to find the ball inside the box. Cleared away by Arsenal. Going to be a throw-in for Chelsea. Hudson-Odoi takes it quickly to Barkley. Jorginho. Wide right to Hudson-Odoi. First ball in towards Hudson. Oh, towards Batshuayi. It's wide. What a chance. In the 89th minute. From about 6 yards out. Michy Batshuayi misses the target. Tammy Abraham almost looking like he's in tears there as Batshuayi misses that. Oh man, because Abraham thinks if he leaves it, then Abraham's got to tap him, but I think Abraham was offside. What a chance for Michy Batshuayi. Leno will take the goal kick towards Martinelli on the left. Azpilicueta wins it towards Batshuayi. Can hold it up. Find Ross Barkley. Switches it wide left to Emerson. Is this the last chance for Chelsea? 30 seconds left and 90 to go. Emerson to Mount. Puts the ball in towards the back post. Too much on it. Straight for a goal kick. Try to find that like those Newcastle goals. Martinelli's been substituted bang on the 90th minute. He scored the first goal to make it 1-1 after a Kante slip on the counter attack from a unsuccessful Chelsea corner. He comes off, and Joe Willock comes on for the last, I don't know how many minutes have been added on yet, not said. With 10 men, to be 1-0 down from the penalty where you got 10 men, to get it back to 1-1, then to go 2-1 down so late on, and then to get back to 2-2, as there's 4 minutes added on, we've got 3 minutes 30 of it to play. Bellerin's got a throw in. It's great character from Arsenal. Maybe that's some of the character that Arteta has brought in. Maybe if Emery was here, this comeback wouldn't have happened. It's Bellerin with a throw. No movement from Arsenal. Throw-in is taken though. Finds Willock. Torreira lays it off to Saka. Takes a heavy touch, tries to go around the left. Of Azpilicueta. Can he win a corner maybe? Saka, great battling in that corner with Azpilicueta. Both are 50-50 and they both go down. No foul given for either team. But Joe Willock wins the throw in there. Throws it straight away to Saka. Heads it, kicks it off Azpilicueta, gets a throw in for Arsenal. Saka has put everything into this game. He has gone knackered on the floor. Hector Bellerin's been given man of the match. Obviously I haven't watched all the games, so I can't comment on that. But I think his goal that got them the equaliser is worthy enough of winning man of the match. As the ball's in the box, it's Guendouzi who goes for it. Ross Barkley can clear. Batshuayi has to set Chelsea off on the counter attack, and they win the ball there. Hector Bellerin, no, they don't. Foul given according to the referee. There's Mason Mount on the left, going to try and get a cross in. Deflected out for a corner. As we've moved over to this game, we've had 3 goals, so can't complain at all. Mason Mount lays it off to Hudson-Odoi. Will shoot towards the far post. Shot or cross. Both of them were dreadful. Goes out for a goal kick. We've only got a minute and 25 to play. Hector Bellerin, 87th minute. When you think you're down and out, what a goal. The emotion on the Chelsea players, though, as well, when they conceded, you could see how much it means to them. It's kind of what happened with City. Against Crystal Palace, scoring so late on, making it 2-1, and then losing it so quickly after and so late on. Obviously, Chelsea had a bit more time than City to recover. But it's Christensen now. Rudiger, 45 seconds left. Can we have a final push from Chelsea? David Luiz is watching it in a little room. You can see him. They've got the reaction there. There's a clearance from Arsenal. I bet he is thankful that his team have got a draw here, because obviously him getting a red card, especially on his return to Stamford Bridge, obviously the last thing he wanted. But he's getting recorded here by the BT Sport cameras. The ball goes in, it's out for a corner. 15 seconds. David Luiz clearly distressed and stressing over this. Last 10 seconds. This will be the last chance. There'll be despair for Arsenal if this goal goes in here, or a goal goes in. You can see his own reaction in the corner because he's watching the BT Sport thing. So he's he's watching the telly. That's recording him. Mad. Ball in by Emerson to the back post. Headed. Falls down. Who's it come off? Lacazette gets there. It's full time. In the end, Lacazette pulls up. Ends Arsenal 2. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2. Game over. I'm going to change the name back to what it was. Of Sheffield United versus Manchester City. There you go. A lot of players injured, but I hope you enjoyed this commentary of both Sheffield United, Manchester City, and the ending of Chelsea Arsenal. Seemed to be a fantastic end to the game. We saw 3 goals in the time we watched. So I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. We hit 300 subscribe, which I'm very thankful for. I don't know when the next commentary is going to be. I'll try and get it as soon as possible. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.